everyone.
Welcome.
Welcome to Legends of Evantris, the channel. We would normally be playing You Will Be Witness tonight, but unfortunately, we have a sick bard, and so we figured, hey, we got four of us. Why don't we? We had so much fun playing Everyone is John last Monday. Why don't we do it again? Now that Rich is back, he can experience it.
Yeah.
We just got back from Anime USA, and I think that a good number of us caught the con plague, so I apologize for my nasally voice and foggy head if that comes down to it. Derek was so gracious enough to DM Everyone is John. Oh, thank you, the saltiest healer.
Thank you.
He heals
for the host.
saltily.
He heals very saltily.
He's a key.
Our salt daddy, not our sugar daddy, he's our salt daddy. Derek was so gracious to DM, or GM rather, on Monday, or last Monday, so I thought, Derek would love to play, so I will GM this this time. We are streaming under Tabletop, so if you're there, Snaggletooth, or whatever your name was, Snagglepuss,
Can't report us anymore.
drop your smiley faces and passive aggression. That was, we'll be good to go. Welcome back, though. We hope you come back. What else? We're giving a giveaway at 600 followers. Tell your friends. Fun business that we'll be doing there. And then let's just dive straight into... Oh, actually, a few announcements. We have Prime on Wednesday, and on Saturday, it is episode 3 of Beneath Dark Wings.
Episode 3, it's our favorite Saturday.
It's such a good Saturday.
It's a good Saturday.
Hey.
So, we will be doing Beneath Dark Wings. The entire Legends of Evantris cast and crew will be here at this table playing Dungeons & Dragons. It's our monthly session. I can't believe it's already been a month. That's hard to believe. It feels like we just had session 2, but time gets away from us. I think those are all the housekeeping businesses. If you were at Anime USA and you happen to follow us from the panel that I gave, thanks for coming and thanks for following. Okay. Yeah. So, Everyone is John. So, I will just basically give a super brief overview. These 3 players are split personalities within the head of John, a guy named John. And this is kind of like these are mystical personas, really, that are vying for control. And they'll be spending, basically ghosts. It's basically John is Quasimodo, and the spirits are like those 3 gargoyles. And one was voiced by George Costanza, so that's kind of the analog, really. And they'll be spending their spirit beans here, their spirit beans in competition of control of John, and each of these people have written 3 obsessions that they're trying to achieve. 3 different tiers, point for each tier level, if they succeed. And then there are also 3 skills that they have. And if you remember, if you tuned in last time, we are going to start doing what we did for the last session, the last game. Each of these players has written a separate set of obsessions, a separate set of skills, and they are going to swap. So why don't we go ahead and get a swap? We're going to have obsessions to the left and skills to the right.
So obsessions to the left, skills to the left,
And skills to the right.
I'm terrified. This did not work out well for me. I got 1 point last time this happened.
So, can we hear the jazz music? Is everyone good? How's your sound?
Let me boost it up.
You can probably
Let's boost it up a little bit. I need that city vibe. So, you, John.
We have to bid first.
Oh, we bid first and not...
Yeah,
okay.
Because the first person always has to go into blind.
That's right. Okay, so why don't we get our first bid?
First I need to hide all my beans.
Yeah, so I recommend taking all of your beans in one hand and then doing the little switcheroo in the thing, and then holding out and dropping.
Alright.
Yikes. Big yikes.
Big yikes. Very cool.
Oathbreakers are awesome. Congrats, Salty.
They're really good.
Yeah.
And let us know if the music's too loud. It sounds pretty good here, but let us know.
Alright, I'm ready.
Okay. Drop.
Oh, shit. Are you fucking crazy? You bitch. That's impossible. I knew that was going to happen, too. I'm an idiot.
Okay, John. John, you are standing in line. It's the lunch hour. You're wearing a collared shirt and some slacks. Keeping it a little bit casual, though. You got one button unbuttoned. You're not wearing a tie or a suit. You are hungry. It's probably about you had to work a little bit late, so you're getting lunch at around 12:47. You're really irritated. You are you're standing in a line, and basically people are grabbing their lunch at your favorite deli down the street. The person in front of you gives the order, and you then go to the cash register. There's a man about in his 60s, balding, kind of thin, wispy, blackish, grayish hair, with a dirty apron. His hands kind of large and leathery, covered in calluses. And he looks at you and he says, John, are you going to be having the usual today?
Does John respond?
You are
I am
now.
John. I'm
You're
John.
John.
I'm not going to talk.
You're John.
Okay, I'm not going to convince John to do it. I am John. What's the usual?
Well, John, I don't know what weird thing you're doing with your voice, what you always doing, but it's always the pastrami on rye. Extra sauce.
I look at the menu. Is there any menus around me?
There's a large board of menu with you now realize that you're in Gino's Deli.
Oh, yeah.
On 42nd Street.
Do I spot pumpkin pie or anything seafood like?
You know that they have a great whitefish salad here. There's no pumpkin pie though.
I check my pockets for money.
You check your pockets. You have $64 in cash. You also have a credit card with a $10,000 spending limit.
Oh, I know that. Fantastic. Do I have any? Do I have a yo-yo or a deck of cards on me?
You have neither of those things on
It's
you.
unfortunate.
You're just popping into Gino's Deli from your office.
Okay, and am I alone in the restaurant? I'm looking around.
So, it's the lunch rush has mostly passed. There are a couple people behind you. There's a woman considerably shorter than you. She says, "Okay, hurry up, will you miss them?"
Is the salad in front of me and like through a
So
display?
there is a large pane of like some of like the salad they serve. Like they've got whitefish salad, the tuna fish salad. There's the shrimp salad. There's chicken salad. There's liver mousse, like all in these big old tubs.
I'm going to hop the desk, the actual display case. I'm going to attempt to hop back there and just start eating the salad as quickly as possible, the whitefish.
Man, John, what are you doing? You're gonna pay for that. And
I'm catching and obtaining seafood. I'm just ramming it in my mouth. I'm chewing it and I'm consuming the meal.
So, as he does that, Gino grabs you by the scruff of your neck as you're leaning down, and he's pulling you away. What are you going to try to do?
I don't have a skill that's relevant to this moment, so I'm going to attempt to just get away from him enough that I can get to the salad and consume it.
Okay, roll that.
4, 5, or 6.
Oh my god.
All right, I fail, so I lose John.
So as you're reaching and you're pulling it up to his your mouth, you feel Gino's massive hand on your neck yanking. He's like, "You fucking freeloader! I thought we were tight." And your eyes roll back, and let's do another bidding process. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Guys are doing it again.
Okay,
Holy shit.
so, John, you come to
Hold
suddenly.
on, real quick. So when there's a tie, she goes.
Oh, did you tie?
What? No,
No,
Jared put it
that
on.
was my.
Oh,
I spent nothing. I should have gotten it further away.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so,
JK.
John, You suddenly snap to consciousness. Your hand is completely filthy and covered in white dripping mayonnaise, Gino's famous whitefish salad. There's kind of a fly sitting on one of the on a little ledge of it, as you feel a huge rough hand on your neck yanking you back and get the fuck out of here, John! I don't want to see you again, and I'm calling the cops. I saw a documentary about this, and I'm gonna come with a fucking sawed-off shotgun to protect my property again. And she starts yanking you towards the door.
I won't take control of John just yet until I'm thrown outside.
You hear John's voice saying, "Wait, what did I do? I'm sorry. I just wanted my pastrami." Ah! And he, oh! That's his voice now. Ah! I wanted my pastrami. Ah! And he stumbles down. Gino's big pot belly is kind of poking out of the apron, and as he says, "And don't come back!" And he slams the door. You hear the bell ringing, and you immediately hear the roar of the of traffic as John kind of picks himself up and dusts himself off, and he kind of looks around. He's, "Oh man, this always happens." And he starts walking down the street.
Hey John, what just happened, John?
I got thrown out of Gino's again. Thank God Gino has a horrible memory. He'll forget about this.
What is Gino's?
You know Gino's is our favorite spot.
Is Gino's a bar?
It's a deli.
Well, let's go find a bar, John. How about that? That sounds like a.
I don't want a bar. It's 12:55 in the afternoon.
I start walking down the road.
Okay, so you take control.
I take control. I'm rolling up my sleeves.
His eyes roll forward. You know the area. It takes you maybe less than 4 minutes to get to a bar. It's called Dusty Charlie's. And
I love Dusty Charlie's.
Dusty Charlie's.
It's the best.
It's a pretty dusty bar owned by a guy named Charlie's. Very, very shocking. You open the door. It is open for the lunch hour. It's dead. You hear kind of a low saxophone playing on the speakers. Just kind of some light jazz. As you see Charlie himself behind the bar. He's wiping it down with a large rag. And he looks up and he says, "Well, can I help you, friend?"
His name's Charlie?
Yeah, it's Charlie. Yes, it's Charlie.
Hey, Charlie. How you doing, Charlie?
I'm doing well. How do you know my name was Charlie?
Well, it says that
Oh, yeah.
It says it
What are
right.
you having, friend?
Give me, give me one of your, ciders on tap. How about that?
We don't have cider here. We're a real bar.
Alright, well, whatever's in season right now. I'll take whatever's in season.
No ciders and no IPAs. This is a man's bar.
I like Charlie less and less.
He pours you a glass of just this nondescript brown ale.
While he's turning around and walking away, do I see any signs of a weapon, like a gun, anywhere, maybe poking out of somebody's pocket, and any cops?
You don't see. There is the bar's empty except for you. It's 12:55. He just stays open. It's about 1 at this point.
Okay.
You're the only person there along with Charlie. You don't notice immediately any weaponry. He comes back.
I pay him. However, I take the cash out of my wallet.
It'll be $6.47.
All right.
Subtract that from $64.
67?
$57 and whatever the remainder is.
He keeps the change.
Hey, thanks, Charlie. I really appreciate it. Hey, so what do you? How far is the police station around here? Where do you think I can get a gun?
The gun?
Just between you and me.
Why do you want a gun?
I mean, any kind of gun. It could be a toy gun, could be a Nerf gun, could be a, cop gun. I didn't specify, so, any kind of gun.
Well, those losers on the college campus play that stupid zombie game. They got a bunch of Nerf guns.
Where's the college campus, Charlie?
It's about conveniently like 5 blocks away from here.
Is there a bar on the college campus? I'm sure they ID over there, don't they?
Yeah, they ID. It's federal law.
Do you know if there's a bar on campus?
Yeah, there's a bar. Yeah, whatever the story needs. Sure.
What's the name of the bar, Charlie? Do you know which way it is?
I tell you exactly where it is, and you
Alright.
leave.
Do I have a trumpet on me?
No, there's no
Okay.
trumpet on you.
Too bad. I start walking towards the college campus. Does it take me more than 10
You
minutes
start
to
you start walking, and John gets very bored walking to the college campus, and your eyes roll back,
Okay.
and it's time to bid again.
Alright.
Oh, you don't know, Rich. Basically, if things take like longer than like about 10 minutes,
10 minutes.
John gets
Okay.
bored, and then the spirits roll back, and the game continues.
Got it.
Okay, we bid again. Everyone ready?
Yep.
3. Let's
Ty,
have another
we're all
round of
pot
bidding.
committed. We're all pot committed.
Okay.
So
You're all
in
pot
addition
committed.
to that, you have to now bid more
Yeah.
or 0.
3,
Well, I know
2,
none
1,
of you
go.
fuckers took another. Alright.
Okay.
You guys are tied. I'm
You guys
out.
are tied.
Tied.
Derek's out. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, go again.
Oh my god.
3, 2, 1, go.
I knew it.
Damn!
I was like, we're gonna just
You're
keep
like you're
doing
playing
this.
D&D.
I lick my finger as my eyes
Your
are
eyes
rolling.
roll back,
Slick my hair back.
and as you come to, you arrive at the college campus. You see a bunch of, it's about like light autumn, so there's a lot of leggings and Uggs, a lot of messy hair, and a lot of generic hoodies with their school pride that they think is very unique to each of them. When in fact, all of them are just exactly the same, and it's just a tragedy. Anyway, what are you doing?
I'm looking for any sort of gun-looking thing. Whether it's a real gun or a toy gun. I'm looking
You
to
look
see
around, and you hear a voice go, "Stop, zombie!" Ah! And you and you look, and you see these like 3 men, 3 look about kind of like freshmen, very young, almost like fresh out of high school, in like full like pseudo SWAT cosplay, but like bright neon orange Nerf guns, as they're shooting at other people wearing like I don't know, like they're dressing as zombies or something, and they
Is it
got
like paintball? What are they doing?
Nerf guns.
Oh, they're just
They have
shooting
they're
Nerf guns?
shooting. Has
The
anyone
foam darts.
the foam darts?
Foam
Yeah.
darts. Okay, gotcha. Are they near like a man-made body of water?
There's like a large park, and there is a fountain, probably about 50 feet beyond them. Yeah.
Okay. Jeez, this is so terrible. Do I see one just lying around, or do all of them have one?
They all have like they're all swatted up with like these bright yellow and orange children's toys.
Do any of them seem like they're further away from the group than the rest, or are they all congregated together?
You see the one that's kind of struggling to keep up. He's like a little heftier, and he's like, "Oh, slow down, guys! I want to shoot a zombie."
I walk up to that one and I tap him on the shoulder to try and get his attention.
"Oh, hey, what's up? Are you a zombie?" And he points his Nerf gun at you.
No, I'm not a zombie, but what are you doing with that weapon there?
We're playing the zombie game.
You got any extras I can? I'd like to join in.
I mean, what do you want to play?
I want to play. I'm on my lunch break. I got my sleeves rolled up. I'm ready to party.
Could you make a persuasion ability to convince him to give you one of your...
Rolling as John. 1.
He says, "No, I spent a lot of money custom modding my Nerf guns. It's a real hobby." Your eyes roll back. We'll having another bid.
Oh my god.
3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh! Big spender.
So yeah, you pull those in the middle. Okay.
Do I take control?
Yeah.
So what I guess describes.
You're seeing. You come to consciousness. And you see a portly looking kid with like big glasses, swatted up with all sorts of Nerf guns.
Importantly, you do not share our memory.
Yes.
Why do, fella? I let go immediately, and I just turn and I start whistling. If I have do a pocket watch, I start spinning.
You don't have a pocket watch; you have an Apple Watch.
Do I know where the nearest mall is?
You would know that it's probably right, like a block and a half away. There is a small shopping center, yes.
All right, well, thanks, fella. Sorry to disturb you. Would I have experienced similar things where I, come to consciousness and
yes.
All right.
This is a very common occurrence for you.
I just turn around and I walk to the mall.
Okay. You arrive at the mall. And FEO Schwartz is at the beginning. They're pulling down the large teddy bears and saying "going out of business." The big signs go up.
Great. I'll walk into the FEO Schwartz and I'll look for a chessboard.
Oh wow, that was just improv. Okay. You find a chessboard.
Immediately. It's right next to the fucking magnetic strips that you walk past.
You pass the stuffed animals.
I think this will do. I'm kind of in the mood right now, and I'll take the chessboard and I'll buy it. I'll go to the cash
you
I'll
go.
pay in cash.
This is a nicer chessboard. It'll be $28. You can pay with a credit card or cash.
$28 and what? Is there a change? Do I have any coins in my pocket?
$28 and about 37 cents.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll pay in cash.
Okay.
So are you keeping track of how much money we have in cash?
No. That's his job.
Okay. So I will do that, and that is my tier 1 obsession.
Okay, your eyes roll back a little bit again.
So I have 1 point.
The clerk hands it to you, and says, "Well, this is discounted because we went out of business. All my NPCs sound like this." Okay.
Hold on.
3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Yeah.
I require it.
John.
Okay.
John, you are standing in the middle of an FAO Schwartz at the counter, holding a chessboard with a box of pieces of a full set of pieces as well included.
And I'm standing at the cash register staring at what does the person look like in front of me?
It is a kind of middle-aged guy wearing like a vest and with like a little teddy bear on the thing. He looks like it's kind of thinning hair, little bit. He looks a bit aged for how young he probably is. Like he had a rough life.
Get this fucking shit out of my face! And I dump all the pieces onto the desk, onto the cabinet, the cashier desk. Where? Do you have yo-yos? Do you have cards?
Yeah, we got a lot of those. Sure.
Bring them to me. I want to examine all of them.
Are you gonna throw them? He goes to the back and he says, "Well, here you go, sir." And he the counter is covered in all these sorts of colorful yo-yos of varying sizes, various decks of cards, like promotional cards. There's a whole deck of Minions cards.
Are you aware of any nearby musical events, sir?
There's the concert hall about a 10-minute cab ride away.
Cab ride, damn it! Do you have any is there any local like bands or parades or marches or anything like that?
Oh, there's a street corner band that plays for tips.
Do they use musical instruments like brass instruments?
Yeah, I think they have. Yeah, they have brass instruments.
That just might work. Thank you. I punch him out and I grab the yo-yos and the cards and I stuff them in my pocket.
You going to make a punch
sprinting
attack?
You gotta roll for it.
Right. 3 will do.
8.
You get an 8.
Oh shit.
You punch him so hard, he immediately gets knocked out. He falls back, hits his head on the other side.
I forgot to ask what street. I run out. I'm going out into the street. I'm looking for the band on the corner.
As you're just running around like a madman, as people are screaming in the FAO
I'm screaming,
Shores.
and if I see anybody, where's the band? Does anyone know the street band?
And you hear you see a woman say, "Oh, it's right down there." And you start hearing the kind of loud, brassy music carry on the wind as it kind of picks up and blows in your direction.
The woman who's screaming and pointing, I'm like, you should come with me. Come along, come on.
Are you gonna? I don't want to go. I mean, who are you, crazy man?
But look what I can do! And I take the yo-yo and I spin it and turn it into like a crazy Eiffel Tower with one of those like fucking back and forth styles. I'm like, don't you want to see more of this? We're gonna be performing wonderful tricks.
Could you please make a skill roll?
I'm gonna just do it dry. Yes.
Yeah. As soon she like looks completely horrified, and as soon as you do like your Eiffel Tower, you see like her face turns red, and she gets full blown bedroom eyes.
Yes. That's right. Now come with me. I'll take her hand and not even ask again and start to drag her
those
on.
yo-yo skills. And
I just need you to talk to me. What's your name? I need to stay focused.
My name is Janine.
Thank you, Janine. Do I spot the
spot on the corner?
I like over. I sprint to the band.
And she goes, "Oh, what a gentleman!" And you sprint over on the corner. You see a 6-piece jazz band playing on the corner. They have a large overturned top hat with bills and coins and the like. They have a couple cases of instruments kind of open in front as they're all just playing. They look like they're bunch of older guys in their like probably 50s.
Do I see a trumpet or some sort of brass instrument?
You do see that there is in one of the cases. You see that one is kind of closed off to the side. There seems to be a trumpet case and a saxophone case.
Yes, I'm so close! I'm gonna run up to him, I'm gonna pull out the deck of cards, unwrap it in one swift motion, and I'm gonna pull out all 52 cards. I'm a card counter supreme, and I'm going to 52! And then I'm going to grab the trumpet.
Still.
I think I'll hold on to these beans.
Yes! Yeah.
Do I grab the trumpet?
So you run up, they have no idea. Those cards just burst in their face, and they're like, ah! All 52 cards down. You grab the case, open it, there's a trumpet in there for you.
I'm going to attempt to join a big brass jazz band, and I'll start playing the most beautiful jazz that I could possibly play, with great focus, let's say.
Okay, roll with your great focus. You're focusing on...
This I need 3 points. Yes, yeah. I'm so smart.
So, as the one guy who's guarding it, the rest of them are still playing as you play another jaunty tune, and as soon as you kind of play a few notes, your eyes roll back, and we need another bid. Three, 2, 1, go. Okay. So as John, you come to, and you are mid kind of playing a saxophone. Your great focus suddenly gone. All of the notes turn flat, and you're just playing horrific noise. Suddenly, the person, the rest of the band notices what just happened. They're like, "Hey man, what the fuck are you doing? Get back this trumpet!" And then they run up to yank the trumpet out of your hand.
Well, hold on. I promise I can rock this shit, and I'm gonna play the trumpet again because I'm really good at that.
Okay, roll a skill.
You have the worst luck in this game. How is that possible?
You say, "Hey man," and so like the musician's like, "Okay man, give it a shot." And then John goes, and immediately the eyes roll back again.
That's so fucked up.
Another bit.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Ready?
Are you doing it?
Three,
Are you out of
he's
beans?
out.
I'm out of beans.
Okay. No, but I swear, give me a chance. And I go to play the trumpet again.
Okay, make another
You're
skill
asking for
check.
disaster. Oh!
You managed to finally succeed on the third time. It's like, it's full on Hey Arnold business up in here.
Nice.
And you manage to play, and so the guys are like, "Okay, you're fine. Why did you throw cards at us?"
Sorry, must have slipped out of my hands there. I didn't realize what I was doing. But anyway, back to my trumpet playing. And I'm going to try and weave in and out of, like, is there a crowd forming or is there a
There's
crowd?
a couple people watching, not a huge crowd, but yeah, like, small, modest.
I'm weaving in and out of the crowd of small gathering of people looking for a gun. It's holstered anywhere.
So, you do full-blown, if you've seen the Jungle Book, Baloo.
Yeah, exactly.
Disguised as an orangutan.
Talk like you.
Pretending, and you are playing the trumpet, and we'll keep that roll for this, and you actually see a cop. He is munching on a bagel as he's watching this, just kind of like he's tapping his toe to the music as you're kind of doing your thing, and you do see a gun holstered at his side.
Excellent. So I'm gonna walk up to him as I'm tooting my trumpet with one hand.
Yep.
I'm gonna put my hand around him and go start playing the Jungle Book theme. And as I'm doing that, I'd like to try and take the gun out of his holster.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand check.
I have a sleight of hand.
All right.
Three? Does 3 count? It has to be a 4, 5, or 6.
No, you got a 2.
2, but I'm also good at sleight of hand.
No, well,
That
it doesn't.
lowers the
It just
DC.
lowers
It
the
means
DC.
for 3, 4, 5, and 6 is the skill level. You have a 2, which is just because you rolled a 1 and you added only 1 bean.
Oh.
But
I
you
had
didn't
another
understand
bean.
that, so I would honestly say if you wanted to throw another bean.
If you want to throw another bean, I'll say that you
I
can
want
do
the
it.
gun.
That's just a nightmare.
Yeah. So you, after spending all of your spirit beans, or most of your spirit beans, you manage to distract the cop enough where you unholster his gun. He has no idea you're holding a revolver.
I quickly pocket it, like I put it like in
You
my.
shove it into your nice pressed slacks.
Yeah,
There's a huge bulge on the side of your pants.
that'll do.
Between that and the yo-yo that's in that pocket, John looks like he's packing.
Yep. And I will toot away from him, walk backwards.
Okay.
Do I see another cop?
You're walking down the street.
With
It's
my
not far. There's a 7-Eleven right outside. Are 2 cops, just leaning against their car, drinking Slurpees.
Throw the trumpet at them, whip out the gun, point it at them, hopefully to entice them into a gun duel standoff.
You throw the trombone by holding a gun and chucking something at them. They are going to draw their weapons and open fire on you.
It lands on its end.
Do I get my points?
What?
For having a gun duel standoff?
Yes.
My eyes roll into the back of my head while my gun is pointing.
Oh, good luck, buddy. All right.
I would say, could you just roll to see how well you do in this standoff? Just a straight John roll.
Unfucking believable. Don't use that dice. Get it out.
So, your eyes roll back as you feel the first bullet hit you in the shoulder.
Oh, that's the other way John can lose. There's lots of pain, by the way.
Okay, got it.
Okay, let's have another.
I know.
Yeah. You win
Yeah.
automatically. You just have beans to spend.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Well, just put it one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So what's the scene? Set the scene.
So you come to consciousness as soon as the bullet hits you in the shoulder. It's just you're bleeding profusely, and all of a sudden, before you know it, you're turned over to your side. There's a knee in your back. As the cop is grabbing your arms to handcuff you.
Just while I'm like falling, I'm gonna reach into my pocket and flip a coin and be like, "Hey man, I didn't do anything wrong. Let me go." And I will hypnotize them with coins.
Make a skill check, please.
Oh my god. Nice.
7.
You get a 7. So as soon as they're going to arrest you, they both have their gun. They're like literally intending to kill you. You look to the side. The trumpet is riddled with bullets. It's a miracle that only one hit you. It's a miracle that only one hit you. As you just throw the coin in the air, and both of them are like, "Yeah, no, you're right. You didn't do nothing wrong." See,
Jeez,
man,
get off me. Come on.
oh, see, man, sorry, guy. And they just stand back up. people are like looking like, what the fuck is going on? And the cops just go back to their business, drinking their Slurpees.
Do you happen to know which way the mall is? I got a bit turned around.
Oh no, it's just down a couple blocks that way. They point off in a direction.
So I turn and
that
I
you
walk
will
back
then-
to the FAO Schwartz.
You walk back in the
With a bullet.
Do I see the box of the chessboard that Derek threw back at me?
You walk through. As you get to the FAO Schwartz, they are paramedics.
Wait, why?
There's paramedics. I punched the guy out.
Oh, that's great.
There's paramedics. Rushing a guy. There's a white sheet over a body shaped object stained with blood around the head area, and as you just walk right back in, and you see on the floor just a shit ton of cards and yo-yos.
And I collect the chess set that I had previously purchased.
You pick it up.
And then I will go into the mall. Like,
Okay.
I'll go through the store. We'll go into the mall.
As you see that, you see like some cops like looking around. They're questioning somebody, and they.
then I'll turn around. Basically, I'll go back out the way I came, and I'll just go into the other side of the mall.
Okay, you do that. You just walk out with your chessboard and avoid the cops and just walk into the main entrance.
And so as I just want to find like literally anybody walking the mall.
There's a bunch of you walking
Okay,
along.
I'm
You
just
see a
gonna find one
mother
person
and a
alone.
child. Oh, alone.
Yeah.
You find a girl seems to be in college age, also wearing leggings and Uggs and a North Face jacket.
Okay,
holding a
I'll
pumpkin
like get in
spice
front of her.
latte.
I'll say, "Hey, girl, how you doing? What to do?"
Who are you, creep?
I just bought this lovely chess set, and I pull a coin out. Would you like to fancy a game with me? And I want to try to hypnotize her into playing a game with me.
This is OP. This is fucking OP.
Okay, we're making a skill
Hypnotize
check.
is always the best ability.
Yeah.
It's always the best ability.
I'm putting an extra.
Okay.
I'm
Okay,
good,
you
yeah.
get a 7. She's immediately, it's like, also in the Jungle Book, when this is just the Jungle Book, her eyes, like, literally start getting spirals in
Oh,
them.
perfect.
And, like, glowy. And,
So I'll sit down on the floor.
she
with
said,
her. I'll-
that sounds totally great.
All right, now let me show you how to play. And
Okay, hold on, let me insta this. And she said,
I'll take her to the side and set it up on
Snapchat.
one of those like coffee tables that they have at
Yeah,
the mall.
yeah,
and I'll
yeah.
get it set up and I'll play a game with her.
okay. You
And
play a game
so
with
that's
her.
my tier 2. I convince
She's
a mall walker
the
to
worst
play
chess
with me.
player, despite being hypnotized. She's the worst chess player you've ever experienced in your entire life.
All right. So I pass out. Right?
Your eyes roll back, and then you immediately come
dead.
to by spending a bean.
So you can only do each one once, right?
No,
No.
no.
All right.
So if you just want to keep playing chess, we need to finish the game, and then that's what we did previously.
Yeah. I would say that each time you have 4 beans left, so I guess you could just play the trumpet or whatever your like tier 1 is.
So yeah, basically, I want to hypnotize people to play chess with me around the mall.
You need to keep playing chess with her, like another game with her, or like
Convince a mall walker to play chess with her. I can just play chess again.
I would say for the sake of brevity, you could just do that and get
You probably
your
win.
Get your
Yeah,
four.
you're
Well, each one is 2 points, right?
Is it?
So each one, it's tier 2.
Oh, we'll say okay. So you go to another person.
Okay.
You go to another person, and
I'm gonna hypnotize them for brevity.
this is a person. Yeah, you hypnotize them. You see, succeed.
Succeed.
Okay, they
So
play a
you
game of
two.
chess. Your eyes roll back. Spend a bean. Okay, you go to another person. Hypnotize. Fails.
Fails.
No, succeeds.
Oh.
That was he spent a bean plus
No,
1.
No.
No.
That
That
was
was
a
just
play.
to get
game.
back
Oh,
in.
oh, oh.
I pass
Fails.
out.
Eyes roll back.
I'm gonna put in
Yeah.
another one.
Hypnotize.
Hypnotize again. No, I fail.
Fail.
Okay. I put in a bean. Move to come again.
Yep.
I'm going to find someone else. I'll pay a bean to hypnotize.
Yep.
6.
This one is a little kid. You find he's holding a balloon, and he actually beats you at chess.
Wow.
And your eyes roll back.
Fuck that kid.
And that is where we'll end the session.
Woo!
And then he's hypnotized and says, "You suck!"
That's the last thing you know.
Yeah. And then John passes out and dies from loss of blood from his bullet wounds.
Oh yeah.
He's still playing the trumpet. Or no, he's not, because it's riddled with bullets.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. I got 3.
3.
I got 7.
2.
7. So, congratulations. The Cremy mind, the Cremy spirit wins.
Yeah, kind of. This
That
whole
makes sense.
hypnotizing thing was pretty useful.
Yeah, no, I shouldn't put that on there next time. I've created much worse abilities.
So that was just a game of that.
That
So,
was
Rich,
fun.
you want to try DMing one? Because you want, or I can DM again.
No.
I'd also be happy to DM one if you guys want. If you want to play.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
We can-
yeah.
So we'll just go
You guys
back and
swap.
forth.
Yeah,
All right.
perfect.
We'll just go back and forth. Yeah.
So we get all of our guys.
I really wanted to get the energy out of me that I've been wanting when I was like DMing it the first time, which is like you can really push John in crazy directions.
Why wait? Just go.
Lone Guard says so. Now John is 3 for 3 for Deadly Story.
Oh, he always
Sure.
dies.
Yeah.
He always dies.
So this is done, right?
Was it Nikki
Yes.
that made him disgustingly eat chicken bones?
Do I take?
That
Do I
was
take?
So gross.
What do I take?
Here, have a more things if you want to write on things.
I'll do one of these and one of these.
Choose your favorite obsession and choose your favorite abilities, and we'll all. Oh no, those are just more.
Oh.
Yeah, if you want to use those, then use them. But I have 2 pre-written ones. If you want to enjoy them, let me know.
Can I look just to see?
Or
no, do you-
Well, I mean,
Would
it's
I have
supposed to
use
be
it?
private.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
so
figure this out, yeah.
forget it.
Forget it.
I have been. Forget it.
Should they all be like related? All the goals or all the?
No.
I tend to relate my abilities with the skills, but then the fact that they get split up makes it even more schizophrenic than usual, which is fantastic.
Right.
So, or ghost possession.
Yeah, I was
should
going to say, careful. Skills.
Did he kill someone in every single session last time, Lone Guard? I feel like he did. John always ends up killing people.
I don't know. Dracula torso.
At the speed of light.
Stevie Wonder 2.
It's my favorite superhero movie. Let's see.
Hold on.
This is tough.
Oh yeah, the alien got killed by 4 ghosts. I forgot that. Thank you, Lone Guard, for paying closer attention to the show than I do. I guess we should probably do something while this is happening. They're being creative and thinking in their own heads, so I'll talk to the chat
Yeah.
and play a game with you guys in the meantime. Let's see, what would be a good game? This is a fun game that we play on road trips sometimes. The rules are that you think of 2 words that have the same syllables as the thing that you're trying to get people to guess. And I'm distracting you. You need to be writing.
I already know what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. What would be a good example? They're hard to think of. If Winnie the Druid's watching, you know the game I'm talking about. Remind me how this game is played, because it's a wonderful, wonderful game. I guess I should probably also be writing down what John has. If you finished one, let me review it while you finish the other.
Oh.
Ooh. Make this more generic, like fire rock.
Okay.
The third one is passive, meaning like I can defend myself with that. But if you can actively use, like, how would I actively use that ability? Pick something fantastical.
I'm really bad at these.
Did we have an alien?
Let me know if these are too difficult.
Oh, I did.
You found the Illuminati.
Are these too difficult?
I love those. Those are fantastic. I would say that make one slightly less difficult.
Okay.
So that they have a little more to go with. Perfect. Oh yeah, no, 3's great.
Okay. I'm ready. So this is a bit of a downtime, but next time we'll come prepared with a bunch of different options.
what I need to do is come up with like 50
Yeah.
abilities and like 50 obsessions, and then we could just have a fishbowl in the center.
Oh,
This was super last minute, so we're buying time here, but it's such a fun game. Please play this with your friends. You could play this around a fire at a campsite, and it would be just as charming and laughing and wonderful as anything.
Number 2.
At an anime convention.
Is that easier?
That's fine. That's fine.
When you all meet for
Kind of made
beverages.
them related.
For number 1, remove the location restriction. That's perfect. Ooh. Gross. Fantastic.
Cool.
All right. Swap your ability.
Obsession
Which way?
to the right.
Let's do opposite this time.
Yeah, opposite.
Okay.
Opposite.
Skills left, obsessions right?
If that's the opposite.
No. Skills was left. Last
Okay.
time.
So
skills
obsessions
right.
left.
Yeah, I handed you my abilities. Let's go.
I can't
want
reach that
that?
far, Rich. Were you passing that too?
Yeah, man.
To the ghost at the end of the table.
Microphone. Oh god. Oh god. Why? Why?
Once you've absorbed, put your bid hand in.
Oh my god.
Oh god. What are we gonna do?
Three, two, one, go. Alright. Pot committed. Rebid. 3, 2, 1. Alright,
Alright. Here we go.
Let's do this.
It's a very clear night out. There's quite a bit of wind. It seems that there's a skyline in all directions. Lanterns hang from the various poles on this rooftop. Looking through John's eyes, wearing a very fancy, nice tuxedo. He's standing across with a beer in hand from a very elderly gentleman, and he says, "Well, I said, why don't you get me out of these wet clothes and into a dry martini?" And he clinks the glass in front of you. You are now John.
I come to as
Yes,
John.
yeah. Well, you can come to and make yourself known, or you can continue to let things play out.
I will continue to let things play out.
You hear John respond, "That's very funny, Uncle. I really appreciate your jokes. Your stories always make me laugh." He seems to be enjoying himself. You can tell that he's not been sort of drinking the same beer all night. This might be sort of a professional event, but he's definitely talking to family. As he's doing so, a woman with large, overly silky blue dress and large breasts comes walking over.
Thank God.
She's quite elderly, however, and she says, "Oh, my boy, and she like wraps her arms around John and kisses his cheek. This might be a family gathering. Maybe it's not professional after all. You're looking around and you can hear there's music being played, and there's a wide variety of round tables, all with candles lit on top of them. John says, "You know what? I think I'm gonna get myself another beer." And he turns and he starts to walk towards the bar where there's clearly not a cash bar but a free bar for anyone to come up to, with a little tip fishbowl on one end and the selection of bottles and different drinks on the list in front of that. There's a line of about 5 or 6 people, and John gets in line and just sort of is by himself with himself.
I will take over John now.
Okay.
At this point.
What do you say? Are you just going to out of his mouth, or are you going to talk to John? Because you can either interface with him, or you can...
I will talk to John first.
Okay.
Hey, John, you got any, seen any cheese around here?
Who's this? What? Did you say something? And he taps the person in front of him, the shoulder. Excuse me, did you say something to me? I'm sorry. It was a woman's voice. Never mind. Sorry. Hello?
I'll just take over John at this point. I'll tap the woman in front, or the person in front of me on the shoulder, and be like, "Hey, I'm so sorry. Did you see any hors d'oeuvres go by, or any cheese?"
Yeah. You doing all right, John? That was a little weird.
Yeah, sorry. I got something lodged in my throat. I need to find some cheese.
Oh, sure. I think that there was a cheese hors d'oeuvre. I know that there were the crab cakes. They were really good, by the way. This has been a fantastic night. Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, absolutely. I'm so glad you could join. Right, well, I'm gonna go find that cheese. You enjoy yourself.
Sometimes the cheese, calls to you. Sure.
It's calling to me now, Mary.
He cheers you, and you turn and you start to walk into what is maybe 50, 60, 75 people, all standing, sitting, folding chairs, what have you. You do see a couple people walking around with what look like hors d'oeuvre trays. I
stop one of the waiters, and I'm like, "Oh, hold on one second." And I inspect the cheese base. I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. This simply will not do. Here, I'll take this back. Would you mind refilling over here?" And I point at one of the nearby bars.
She says, "Right away. Is the cheese not what you wanted? I know that this is a very special night for you."
There it is. I think we just need a little bit more. I'll take care of it. Don't feel bad.
Oh, okay. Here you go. Yeah. Whatever you say. I'll go back to.
Yeah.
She starts to tend to the business that you gave her, and you have now an hors d'oeuvre tray covered in what look like cheese.
I take it back into the kitchen, and I. Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt.
Everyone looks up. There's a lot of people doing busy work, line work, that sort of thing.
I have the greatest idea of how we can really turn this into something award-winning. Mind if you bring me out some of your full blocks of cheese?
One particular gentleman, an older gentleman, slicked back gray hair, walks up to you, and he's clearly kind of like the manager of the operation. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Is everything okay? We were trying to make everything up to the greatest standards. Is everything all right?
Absolutely. I just wanted to add a little bit more cheese.
What can we be doing? Well, we have lots of cheese in the freezer. What can we find for you?
If you can bring that out, I would like to create a masterpiece out of this that I think will be very fitting for this.
Will one round of cheese be sufficient?
Yeah, a wheel would be great.
Okay, yes, okay. I'll have 2 people roll it out right away.
Excellent. Does it take less than 10 minutes?
I cannot say. It is far back in the storeroom. It might take about 9 minutes.
What did you roll?
A 4.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's good. Do you think cheese is suiting for an occasion as this?
What? I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Do you think more cheese is suiting for an occasion as this?
I mean, the occasion is up to you. It's whatever you want.
Great.
I'm becoming more French as I speak.
I like
my
it.
body.
My body.
My body.
We will go get a round of cheese, and if it's not sufficient, then you will find additional cheese in the storeroom.
Excellent. As he runs off to get more cheese, I would like to start creating just based off of the ambiance around me, do I get a sense of what kind of event this is?
It
Is this
feels like a wedding reception.
wedding reception. Great. I'm going to build a cake out of cheese. I'm going to just start stacking the hors d'oeuvres in a very attractive
Seems like a
way.
rational and reasonable thing to do, yeah.
Is there a butter knife or a steak knife anywhere nearby?
There are a number of work tables, and they're all covered in existing hors d'oeuvres and what have you.
Yeah.
You do see a number of the trays of this same cheese product, whatever the combination happens to be. If you wanted to go up and start working them however you want, you could easily walk up to those and find them to be malleable cheese for sure.
Actually, I will not be making a cake. I'll be making a moon sculpture because I feel that is more fitting for this event. And I begin maybe.
You're talking to yourself. Everyone's left at this point. John's like, a moon sculpture? Yeah! Moon sculpture seems like exactly the thing I should do
Hell
right
yeah,
now.
John.
Knife's not important for me at all.
I think that'll impress the lady or the man, your significant other.
It's a lady.
She will like this a lot, and I will start stacking
She will.
it so that it's like a flat cubes of cheese, and then they just get they stack bigger and bigger to try and make it a round
You're starting.
shape.
You're starting to put that together.
It's like a
what
Jenga
skill
thing.
would you like to apply to your crafting of this sculpture?
As I'm using a butter knife to help shape some of these things, I would like to try my wood carving skill here.
That is really closely applicable, but I don't think it's the same thing. That's sort of like a whittling action, and in this case, you're really pushing a mound of cheese together.
Yep.
If you have another way of using wood carving to assist the moon, or if you have another relevant skill, then you can justify a skilled roll. Otherwise, it's going to be straight John.
May I roll a straight John check?
You absolutely may.
I'm not that dice anymore.
Oh, and thanks, Swim Bananas.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Hi,
subbing
Mel.
again.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Mel.
Mel!
Thank you.
I rolled a 4.
Oh, you succeed.
I succeed.
It's not
Mel
the
doesn't
best,
know.
but you are able to form what starts to appear to be a moon, but you don't get complete because you do not have enough cheese. So you're still waiting for the more cheese after you've used all of the hors d'oeuvres on this one table.
Yeah.
People are looking at you a little strangely. You might not even be paying attention due to the great focus this endeavor, this undertaking requires. But people are going outside and starting to talk to some of the rest of your family. You can feel that in the back of your mind as you wait for the additional cheese. What are you doing?
I am looking for more cheese on other hors d'oeuvre plates that may be laying around.
You've used all of the cheese in this one kitchen at this point that isn't around being hefted out and ready for you at this point.
Has 9 minutes passed?
9 minutes has passed. All of a sudden, you see a cart being wheeled out, and there is indeed a large red rind Parmesan that is very dry cheese, and it's wheeled out to you. Where do you want this out in the party?
No, actually, right here would be great. You see, I'm making a moon for my lovely wife. I think she would greatly appreciate this sculpture. Yeah, so if you...
This is very unusual, but it is your party, so here you go.
You are correct. Would you mind assisting me? I'm trying to make this as moon-shaped as possible. See, I want to impress her.
Okay, are you trying to convince him with a skill, or are you trying to convince him in general? Because that'll just be a straight John roll.
John check.
He's not 100% convinced by you.
I got a 6.
But he's very enthusiastic about pleasing his customers,
Yes.
and so he dives right in. He's starting to oh, what you need is some structures right here. I will go get the poker sticks, and we will. And he starts to creatively start to work together. I will say that in a few minutes' time, you are able to complete a moon sphere of cheese that does actually have craters and cracks on it. You are succeeding at a goal, I hope.
Francois, if that is your name, I see it on your shirt.
That
there.
is a very good guess.
Yeah. Would you consider this to be an award-winning moon structure made of cheese? If there was a cheese contest to ever
Is one of the
occur,
requirements that it wins an award?
It says build an award-winning moon sculpture out of cheese.
You have built a sculpture out of cheese, but I do not have the decision rights to deliver an award unto you.
You are not a cheese connoisseur?
With this massive wheel of Parmesan.
What is the French term for those guys who like know all those like
I wanna
wines
know
and
it.
shit?
I-
Sommelier.
Sommelier. We have a sommelier downstairs. I'm sure he would be happy to deliver an award.
Francois, will you help me wheel this to the sommelier?
You don't want to attend your own wedding reception?
This is more important.
Convince him again. You gotta roll for it. That's just madness. Alright. You fail and fall unconscious. No. Everything goes black. Make a bid.
So close.
That's a hard one. I'm sorry. That's a great tier 3 though. Bid.
Oh.
You're both tied for 2. Bid. Okay, you capture it?
I guess so.
Alright. You wake up, and you are standing with 2 hands on a metal cart in the middle of a kitchen. You're not sure exactly where. You look forward, and there appears to be a beach ball-sized cheese moon in front of you, and you immediately recognize to be a moon. Maybe in the back of your head you go, man, someone should give a trophy to whoever fucking made this goddamn moon cheese. And but you're holding that. There's a tuxedoed man with slick gray hair, standing with 2 white gloves, looking at you very expectantly.
Hey, this looks delicious. I'm gonna just, if you don't mind, and I'm gonna just take.
John, are you okay? What are you doing?
Hey,
I thought we wanted...
you know, I'm a scientist, something of a scientist. You know, the moon is really made of cheese.
I know you're a very successful man.
Okay, Frenchie, where's the pool?
The pool, yes, there is a pool on the next floor up. You'll find it just through that hallway. The staircase will take you.
I can't understand anything you're saying, but I'll take your word for it. Okay, bye. I'm walking. I leave. After hold on, and I take another big ol' handful of cheese out of the moon.
Okay. Two baseballs worth of cheese are removed from this moon sphere as you start to chomp and walk down this hallway. The very tacky pattern carpet under your feet.
Fuck you, Mike.
Hey,
the plastic molds hugging the plastic wallpaper of this.
you know the
hotel.
old Chinese proverb: "Don't put a moon of cheese in front of someone and expect them not to eat it." Moon is fucking delicious. I mean, cheese is fucking delicious. I mean both. Hey, have you ever thought about eating the moon, no matter what it's made of? I know I have. That was a childhood dream of mine. Okay, John. John, we have John on the phone.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, John, what are we drinking, John?
What are we
Oh
drinking?
my God.
I don't have a beer in my hand. I have a
Well, that's the travesty.
wad of cheese.
Here we go.
Well, hold on, let's finish that real quick.
He shoves it down his gullet, and one disgustingly thick bite, you feel it go down to your esophagus.
Okay. Hey, do we have any Budweiser at this bar nearby?
No, we didn't actually want any like inexpensive beers. They're all like craft beers. Kind of.
John, you're really useless. I guess we'll have to wait. We'll hit the liquor store after this.
Yeah, we will. I can't wait. I wonder where my wife is.
Well, I'm sure she's not that hot anyway. But I guess for you, it's an important story.
You get an image of her wife in your mind because you share the memories of John, and she's very attractive. She's like a Natalie Portman, diet Natalie Portman.
I've done better. I like a woman with more meat on her bones. A woman I can eat a whole plate of barbecue spare ribs with.
Is that what we're gonna do? You find yourself up the stairs and pushing open the top door using your key card. You are actually able to see the rooftop swimming pool in front of you. It glows emerald green, totally still. Everyone seems to be downstairs enjoying the reception. You can hear the light jazz swimming up from the top of this rooftop of this hotel, coming up over you. There doesn't appear to be very much light except that which illuminates the pool. Those underwater lights glowing up.
Is it like a balcony?
There is a balcony.
Well, I'm gonna just, I don't want to ruin my nice tuxedo. So I'll just strip down to the nude, and I will just drape all of my clothing precariously over the balcony.
Okay, you do that. and everything's fine. There's no problem with the clothes. You turn around, totally naked, and you see the swimming pool in front of you.
Okay, I'm gonna be very sneaky, and I'm just gonna dive right in.
You take 2 long, graceful jumps with your feet and lift off and backflip swan dive directly into the swimming pool.
Okay, I snuck into someone's pool.
All right, cool.
My eyes roll
I
back.
don't know if "sneak's" the word I'd use, but I'll give it
Okay.
to you. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. No one was meant to be at the pool, so you snuck. Everyone bid. Thanks, Swim Bananas. Bid.
Thanks, Mal.
All right, we got 2 to you. You wake up. You find yourself looking through the eyes of a man who's totally nude and in the 12 feet deep section of a rooftop pool. You're not aware that it's a rooftop at this time, but your eyes are open and you're seeing the blurry contours of the underwater pool. You're there.
I immediately look around. Do I see any of the knives that Maya was using to carve the cheese?
You don't. You look down and the only knife you see is your own cock.
Cack.
Where the hell am I? I mean, holy hell!
Air
Oh, I'm in
escapes.
the wa-
You're underwater. You're
Oh,
in the-
I swim to the
You
top.
swim to the top and you find air. You're neck deep. There's no. It's so deep that you can't even touch the feet against the bottom of the pool.
I look for anything sharp. Is anything sharp?
You look around and you appear to be on the rooftop of a building of a hotel maybe, and there appears to be those like long seats that people sunbathe in. There's some tables. There's a couple parasols. You see some clothes draped over a railing over here. But it's very dark on this. The only illumination is coming from the pool underwater.
So I will go grab the clothes. I'll put them on.
Okay, your body is soaking wet, and they're sticking to your body as you're pulling these clothes onto your person. But you're able to do an acceptable job of it.
All right. I think I remember. I think I just got married. Maybe I don't even know. And I immediately run down to the reception.
You run down and you push the door open, and everybody in the reception turns towards you. You are soaking wet. Your hair dripping, your eyes dripping, your eyebrows clouding your eyes from the chlorine, and that's what you see. You see probably 75 people all staring at you in complete shocked horror.
Hold on, everybody. Just give me 1 second. And immediately, I want to run over to wherever there was like the sharp knife. I just want to grab it off the table and I want to leave the reception.
You're actually right next to where the cake cutting was going to occur, and sure enough, shing! You pull a knife out. John, you'd hear a woman screaming, a large-chested woman with a blue dress on, running towards you. John, is everything all? And she stops in her tracks. John,
Get back! Don't make me do this!
oh my God! From between the crowd, a woman in a white gown stood forward.
Hold on, honey. Hold on.
Sweetheart, John, is everything okay?
I'm
You're
alright.
acting very erratic.
I'm alright. Just I need to do this. I feel very compelled to do this.
Okay.
And I gotta go. I'll be back in. And I turn around and I guess what time is it right now?
It appears to be sometime after night, after
Okay.
the sun would set. It could be 8 o'clock, it could be 11 o'clock. You're not sure of the time.
Okay.
I would say at this point you've lost your watch, so...
I'm gonna just immediately leave, and I'm gonna take the elevator down. I'm gonna run to the nearest Whole Foods.
You make it 96 floors down this hotel before passing out because of how long it takes the elevator to actually make it to the bottom floor. Everyone bid. Three, two, one.
These are
Okay. Oh, double bid. 3, 2, 1. All right. You are waking up, and all of a sudden you hear a ding, and elevator doors open, and you're facing the interior lobby of what appears to be a hotel. You can feel clothes sticking to your body, and you're carrying a really large chef knife. It's 13, 14 inches long.
I press myself up against the elevator. Do I see any part of me where I could hide the chef knife?
In your clothes, you could probably put it into your belt. It wouldn't be concealed, but you could probably put it into your jacket pocket. It would be like hanging out a little awkwardly, but if you tucked it underneath your blazer, you could probably do an okay job keeping it concealed.
Yeah, I'll keep it concealed as I run out and I address the nearest gentleman maybe behind the reception desk.
You stalk up to the lobby desk and you address the concierge. Hair slicked back in wetness. What do you say?
Do you have a salon here that supports spray tan?
We have a spa available, and the spa is unfortunately closed at this time. It's 10:30 at night, and the only thing that we have going on are the usual residents of the hotel, and of course your wedding reception. I hope that everything's okay.
You know, it's going great. It's going real great. So any recommendations on where I can get a spray tan at this hour?
A spray tan. Well, I do know that there is a corridor, a sort of a strip mall, not 3-4 blocks in that direction. You might be able to find one of them open. But if you'd like to schedule a spray tan, we'd be more than happy to accommodate. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. is a slot that's available.
Sure, put me down.
Okay.
Just to be safe.
I say, break this guy's neck and break in.
He takes down your details. Will your lovely wife be joining you?
Sure, why not? All right, well,
All of a sudden, ding! You hear the elevator open, and your mom and your wife come running out. There he is! There's John! What is it? What? And they start to race towards you.
I dart into the shadows and use my stealth skills to get out of sight.
Great.
6.
You,
7.
Unbelievably, you were able to.
Disappear.
I would say you actually slide across the concierge table, and once down there, you're able to go through the security door, which is a little bit adjacent. You dive into the door and find yourself into a hallway. You're now in the bowels of this hotel, but completely unseen by the two of them now that you've jumped out of the way. You feel very confident that you could not be found at this time.
I slither through in my wetness and glory, looking for maybe like an employee badge of some kind.
There's
like
there's like a
access?
pegboard, and there's like 15 of them hanging all on one wall.
Do they look like master keys? Like master?
They look like they could scan and probably master most of the rooms.
I will grab a few of them, maybe 2 or 3, just to be sure, and I will find the nearest map and go up to the spa.
You stuff 2-3 key cards into each pocket, into the blazer pockets, and then also put one around your neck, and then you start to sprint. Using John's memory and his understanding of this hotel, you feel very confident that you can get wherever you need to go. Where are you headed?
I'm heading for the spa.
Okay, you run left hallway,
beacon.
right hallway, left hallway, and sure enough, there's the spa sign hanging down from the ceiling, right next to the double-sided mirror exit sign that's at the corner of this hotel. The glass door that has like a shapely woman on it, and she's looking very relaxed, and you can see the name of the salon there. The hours are printed in very nicely serifed fonts in like gold paint.
Can I buzz myself in, see if it works?
You hold it up, and sure enough, you see the release of the door as the magnetic strips that were holding it locked release, and it seems like it's open. You test it with your hand, and sure enough, you can open it and get inside.
I steal inside, and I see if there's anyone inside as I close the door behind me.
It appears to be completely empty. It's closed. There's no employees in here at this time.
I look for the spray tanning location.
You look into one room, and there's a massage bed. You look into the next room, and there's a massage bed. You look into the final room, and there are 2 spray tan booths there in each corner.
I take my clothes off, and as I'm nude, I activate the spray tan machine if it'll turn on, and I go stand in the.
You pull the door closed after just dropping all of your clothes at your feet, and standing there totally in the nude. the cloudy brown mist of spray tan starts to drop on you. You didn't put any of the protective wear on. It's
No,
getting into your
absolutely
eyes.
not. Yep.
It's getting into your hair.
Correct.
But it is totally coating you in spray tan. If that's one of your objectives, you've
My
successfully
eyes roll to the back of my head,
All
dude,
right.
and the spray tan, and I get a spray tan. Get fucked. Ah.
3, 2, 1. It's you.
no.
You.
Go on.
You gotta bet again.
You're tied. Bet again. Raising the stakes. Raising the stakes.
Your turns.
Oh. It's pitch black. There's nothing in any direction. You don't know if you're in a coffin or if you're in a very, very dark telephone booth.
Ah, and I just flail my arms around.
The door suddenly creaks open, and you, as you're moving, you're realizing how like oily and slick your body feels. And you're totally nude once
My
again.
always wet.
And you walk out. There's enough illumination from the like dark lights that are in here that you can see clothes again. The same clothes you were wearing earlier on the floor. A knife does poke out of one of the things. A number of key cards, for example. You realize that you were wearing a key card and that there's actually like a white band with like a square like spray tanned against your chest and an inverted non-spray tan like configuration. That's where you find yourself as you.
This is perfect. I immediately go and I try to find like where they do the waxings.
You run over to a closet and it looks like an employee closet. You're able to. It's locked. It's locked. Unfortunately, you don't have the key, but it looks like you would be able to find those kinds of materials inside of one of these supply closets.
Like where the actual waxing happens.
Where the actual waxing happens, you check another room, and you are able to find the tables where they do those kinds of procedures. Yeah.
I look in. Is there any kind of like trash bin? Any kind of trash?
Yeah, there's a trash bin.
Okay, I look inside. Do I see any kind of like clumps of hair with wax attached?
Absolutely. Without question, you're.
Finally! This is perfect! And I immediately just take a huge mass, empty it, and then I just,
red hair, black hair, blonde hair, all in different configurations. Short, stubby, pubic
this is
hair,
great.
long women's hair from the back of the neck. You're able to pull out curly hair and straight
I
hair.
feel the hair between my fingers.
It's immediately matting disgustingly against your fingers because of the spray tan lotion that's undried against your arms and hands. But you are able to feel the quality of these hairs. It all seems robust and fresh.
I dump it all on the floor and I just very gently and slowly shape it into the shape of a chicken nest.
You start to work it and twist it as you start to make a wreath of hair that builds and bulges out into a very beautiful bird's nest of sorts made of hair.
And I pass out and get 2 points.
And you lump forward into the hair.
God
3.
bless, Rich.
Oh my god.
We're
Hey
all
fellas.
Hey guys.
Hey
Are
Arrow,
you out?
Hellhound.
You're not out.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
And thanks, Salty.
I'm very shook. As the kids say, I am shook.
We're playing a game called Everyone is John.
Yeah, everyone-
And in this game, they all control the same person, but they have different objectives. And those objectives are particularly wacky and usually conflicting. In this case, everything's happened to align for Rich. And it was disgusting. 3, 2, 1 bid. They're bidding for control now. Maya and Mikey have tied. 3, 2, 1, go. And Maya takes it. You wake up. You're on your knees, still totally in the nude, covered in spray tan lotion. Your suit doesn't appear to be anywhere around you, but you're staring at some kind of circular beard made out of multiple patches of hair. You can see white sticky tape in one direction and hair in clumps in every other direction. It's in your hands, and you can feel that your face has been smiling a lot. Just the muscles on your face feel tired is all.
Oh my god, what the fuck is this? I'm just trying to, like, wipe off the pubes.
It just slicks against your body.
Is there a shower nearby?
Of course there's a shower.
I go rinse off just to get the pubes off of me.
Alright, you very quickly start to do that. You notice that the spray tan hadn't taken very much, so you're like in rivers or starting to like light tan colors against the brown that your skin color was coated in. But most of the hair is off.
Is it a detachable shower head?
100%. It's got that long metal loop that you can pull it out of the hook and do your whole body with.
Just disgusted, I take it at full blast. I aim it at the pubes on the ground to try to rinse them away.
I would say that the shower wasn't immediately adjacent to where they do the waxing, since it was in another room. So you've left the room where that horror
I'll
was.
just rinse off the pubes as much as I can.
You do a great job. It all coalesces into a little pube bubble at the bottom of the drain. You're just staring there crying now. John says, when are we going to get back to my wife?
I have nothing left, so I'm going to dry myself off and go back into the spray tanning booth. Flip it back.
You're just
T-pose.
very sullenly, not sure exactly what's happening. Walk a couple hallways down to the spray tanning booth. Hit the combo button that you hit before. Stand in there and let the bliss come as you complete your objective again.
I pass out. Good.
Excuse me.
Man, you guys. What a bunch of Tyatrons. 3, 2, 1. Ooh. You wake up. You're not sure what's happening. It's totally pitch dark. You could be in a coffin. You could be in a very dark telephone booth. But but you feel very slick to yourself.
Hey, I guess this is how Dracula feels.
What are you doing?
I look pretty good.
It's pitch dark.
I don't know how I look at all, but I feel like I look pretty good. I'm gonna try.
You push the door open and you stumble out. There's a mat of clothes and a butcher knife with a dark brown spray tan footprints crossing them. As you look down, you can see that there's like a bench to one side and another spray tan booth, which you're realizing you were in one corner.
Hey, John. We got John on the line.
Yeah. What's
Hey,
up?
John. Why does this look like a scene out of the Resident Evil film starring Sean Bean?
You know, I never watched that.
Well, you definitely should. When you get a chance, go run down to the Blockbuster and get it on VHS.
I'll go to the one Blockbuster that exists in this reality.
Hey, I think in an alternate life I passed one.
Yeah, I remember that.
Anyway, I'm gonna pick up a knife now. I'm gonna go
You pick
grab
up
it.
the knife. You're still totally in the nude, only there's a security badge dangling from your neck.
Hey, I look pretty good.
Yeah, you see the mirror, and you look very dark, and like a lot of the shades of tan have just matted over. There's like weird patterns of like rivulets on your arms and stuff, and you do appear to be like stuck with like tiny little hair particles on all of your body. But you feel like you look great.
Yeah, this must be how the Wolfman feels. You ever think, what do all the great Universal monsters feel like? I think about that question a lot. Okay.
You walk out. You leave a brown a tan print against one window pane of glass as you.
I would like to. Is there an entrance to the outside?
There does appear to be a back entrance close to where the supplies are kept.
Yeah. So are there trees and a lake? Is there a lake nearby? Is there
you open the door and you can see that there's a parking lot in all directions. There are very few cars actually parked in any of the spaces, but it's illuminated by the occasional street lamp. There's a hedgerow separating the edge of this parking lot with what appears to be a dip down, but you don't see any immediate bodies of water.
Well, that's not good. I'm going to... Hey, John, what are we driving?
We have a Prius.
That's it, John. Are you serious?
It's a really very cost-effective. Once you can afford the upfront costs, it really.
God, I forgot I was in a hippy-dippy environmentalist body.
I love IPAs and I love my.
Oh, John, just stop
environment.
talking. I just don't. I'll keep forgetting. Stop. Just stop yourself while you're not ahead.
No problem.
Okay. Well, I guess. So there's no trees or any bodies of water at all. Like, is there like a fountain?
I would say that there were those like small like trees that look like the trees from fucking like Super Mario 64. The thin trunks with like the very cloud-like leaves at the top at the corner of the parking lot, both of the corners, but it's mostly separated by the hedge. So you see those two lone trees, but there doesn't appear to be any immediate bodies of water like a lake or a man-made lake or anything.
I guess they'll just be resorts. Is there like a fountain nearby? At least, John, can you at least afford a hotel with a fountain out front?
Yeah, actually, there's a fountain in the lobby.
Great. Well, I'm gonna go to the tree and chop it down with this chef's knife.
You run up to the tree, and how are you going to justify the ability to chop it down with a chef's knife? Unless it's just John.
I can molt at will.
Do you do that?
I do.
I don't. No, I don't.
You stab the tree and all your hair falls out.
Well, I'm just gonna do a straight John roll. John, don't fuck this up for me. I got a 6.
Minecraft style, you hit the fucking base of this trunk and it explodes into a shred of wood and dust. The entire thing immediately falls to your feet, bouncing a little bit from the buoyancy of the actual branches and leaves. And you have a full tree trunk in front of you, in addition to what feels like a very sore hand, but you successfully cut down this tree.
Now, okay, John, are you watching me here closely?
John's not answering because you told him to shut up because you're...
John, you can shut up and verify what I'm saying to you.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, I'm now going to carve this wonderful tree into Thank You Hellhound
Thanks for
Gang.
the host.
I very much appreciate it.
Welcome. What you've come into is a nightmare.
Yeah.
John, now watch and observe as I carve this into an Algonquin canoe.
Oh my god.
You can feel tufts of your own hair hitting your shoulders as you're speaking. And how would you like to carve a canoe?
I'm just gonna hack away, John. I hope you're fine.
Alright, you run down and you dig one knife into it and you start to saw blade up. Make another roll for John. Alright, he's putting 2 on it.
No, I'm doing 1. 4.
That's a 4. That's a success.
Wow.
You are able to push it in, but not so far as to penetrate the entire thing. And even though this is a very thin trunk, you are masterfully able to get right up to the very lip of the edge of this trunk and make a perfect canoe. It looks like it actually could float.
Okay, John. Now I'm going to sprint into the lobby with this thing. Are you ready, John?
Very.
You might make the local news
This will
tomorrow
make
morning.
a great gift for my wife. Let's go.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. Okay, let's go.
And I'm going to run and hop on it and try to land into the fountain with it.
Okay. The entrance to this lobby, as you run around the actual parking lot, is one of those giant, like 3-way, slowly always turning, revolving doors. You're able to wait as you turn the entire distance, and as soon as it's open, you sprint and you see this large fountain there. It's one of those shitty fountains where there's always like Greek little boys, fucking cherubs, pissing in the goddamn fountain.
That's tasteless.
But it's like a 2 feet deep water circle all the way around, and you're able to dive in, putting one knee into the thinness of this trunk canoe that you've produced. And
My eyes
what
roll
was your
back.
objective again?
I carve a tree trunk into a canoe and successfully ride it on the water.
You do.
Oh my god.
Grit, everyone.
I have none left.
Who do you want to go? You wake up, and one of your knees, you are precariously balancing on a long canoe that appears to be freshly made. You're in the middle of a fountain, in the middle of a brightly illuminated lobby. There are a number of concierge staring at you. You look to your left and you see your mom and your wife staring at you. You are totally in the nude, except for a security badge. You are completely bald, white head, because you didn't get spray tanned there, and And that's what you find yourself into. At this
Yeah!
point. You fall over, splashing into the water.
Why the fuck am I always wet? I immediately scramble out of the fountain. John, what the fuck happened to our hair?
I molted it
Where?
in the parking lot.
Damn it! I run out to the parking lot.
You kick down the emergency door exit instead of using the revolving door and fly out into the night. Using John's memory, you know exactly where. Oh no, there's the tree trunk right over there. Obviously, you run over and you find tufts of dirty blonde hair at your feet in the curb.
I look down and I feel compelled. I just form into a nest.
Oh my
You start
God.
braiding it, and disgustingly, you make the world's tiniest fucking nest. Success. This is a nightmare.
I wish I had beans. I wish I had
Oh,
beans.
3, 2, 1.
You gotta bet again or whatever.
Yep.
I'm waiting for them to engage. He's thinking about it. This game, guys, it's the best fucking game. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh.
They're twins, so they're tempted
I know,
to do
it's
the
like
same
looking
things.
into a mirror. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. You don't pass out. You feel other voices start to emerge. That same feeling at overcoming, but you aren't wet, and you're looking down at the world's most perfect dirty blonde nest.
Oh, it's so beautiful, John. Isn't this great?
This is
Isn't
amazing.
this great?
I can't wait to
I stroked it
use
nice a
this.
little bit.
Oh my God.
I put it on top of my head.
You put the little tiny
All right,
guy.
here we go.
We should share this when we're not.
So, what would the definition of this word be?
Find that and do that.
Okay. Now, I think there was a kitchen inside, right, John?
Yeah. There's a kitchen on the first floor where they prepare foods, and I know that there's a kitchen for my reception on the top floor.
All right, and I run around the hotel, and I go into the back of the hotel and try to find a kitchen.
Using your badge, you're able to swipe and find access to the back part of the. You're passing rooms left and right, 314, 313, 312, 311, and you're able to make your way into sort of like the back area. The employees use this space. You kick through the employees only door, and using your sense of smell, you're able to find your way to and. Here you are. You push the double doors wide open, and there's a kitchen.
I open a refrigerator and look for eggs.
You attempt to do that. You're starting to look, and all these chefs and what have you are staring at you. A naked man with a tiny, like...
Blonde nest.
What is the name for those the hats that they wear?
Oh, yeah,
Jewish
the,
face.
The yarmulke.
Yeah, with an inverted blonde yarmulke made of hair. You run in and
With a security badge.
you start to go through drawers. You start to go into like the refrigerator. But you feel two hands stop you immediately.
I'm gonna a Brazilian jiu-jitsu punch him in the face.
Roll for it.
Are you good at that?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
6.
Hell yeah, you're good at that.
Oh my God.
Not only do you punch him in the face, you knock everyone in this fucking room out. You jump up and Jackie Chan style, you're like using like
Oh my
fucking
God.
pasta rollers and shit, and just
Rolling pins.
and you slide to a stop at the other end of the refrigerator, panting. You open the refrigerator. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for like a dozen eggs.
You find 3 dozen eggs.
Okay.
There's 1,000,000 eggs in a refrigerator for a hotel like this.
I'll take 1 dozen of them.
Yeah.
I'll take 1 egg out, just chuck the rest over my shoulder.
They splatter against the table and yolk hits the face of a young man.
Okay, alright, I can finally, I get a chance! And I turn the nest, I put the nest on the ground, and I place the egg in the nest.
You daintily put this tiny blonde nest of hair onto the ground, and it perfectly fits this white egg. It sits so cleanly into the egg, and with your naked body, you are able to lower yourself down until your taint just so gently touches the tip of the egg, and you are successful in your effort.
I sit on the egg,
Oh my
naked
God.
and wet.
Rebid.
Pass out.
3, 2, 1, go. Do you guys only have how many? Okay, 3, 2, 1. It's
that all you
it's a
got?
roll off. You guys have the same number of beans, right?
Yeah, right?
No, I have one more.
Oh, so you can outbid him. I think that actually, by the rules of the game, you'd have to be forced to outbid him.
Yeah.
So you wake up. You are looking at a kitchen filled with unconscious men, mostly young line workers and what have you, a few chefs. You're totally nude, and you can feel something pressing up against the back of your balls.
I look around and I say,
Well, I guess it's true what they say in that old Chinese proverb. You gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet.
Yeah, you're just crouching there.
I
as you
stand
say
up.
this out
John,
loud
you really
to
got
no
us
one.
into a pickle here, John.
I didn't do anything.
John, you're definitely making the local access news, that's
All
for
I wanted
sure.
to do was impress my father-in-law.
Well, I don't think you'll impress your father-in-law shoving an egg up your ass. This isn't Germany, John.
I
Wow.
don't know what that means.
I don't even-
Neither do I. Speaking of Germany, I could use a nice crisp beer. I'm gonna go to the fridge and open it.
You open it, and there's a variety of beers there.
Do they have a nice crisp Budweiser?
They do have a nice...
Oh, thank God! I'm gonna take it. I'll crack it open, and I'll sit there for at least one whole minute enjoying it.
Very silent.
Wow.
Very peaceful. You're just enjoying the night.
Okay, enough jibber jabber, John. I forget what I'm supposed to be doing even.
It's not his objective. He just always wants Budweiser as John for some reason.
Okay,
That's just-
so
I guess if I went and just went back to my canoe and got in it again, that wouldn't count.
You could try.
well, hey, so is this the hey John? Do you know if the kitchen connects to the what do you call that? The spa?
I've never been this deep into the hotel guts. I don't know.
You know, I've heard that in a video once.
Oh my god.
It was about Nazi Germany.
Well, I don't know what it was, but being deep in the guts was definitely the main theme of the video. And let me tell you, it wasn't a PBS special. Let's go.
All right, you
Eggs
kick
and
open the
Germans.
double doors. You run. You're a few hallways.
So I want
away
to go.
from the lobby.
I want to go into the what you call it, the spa.
Okay, I would say that you'd have to cross the lobby in order to do that. As you do, you hear the shocked gasp and what appear to be now police officers all turn and look at you. A naked man, covered in spray tan, sprinting baldly across the lobby. You disappear across the room and find your way into the next hallway, just ignoring them. And you are able to find your way into the spa. You try the door, it's locked. The timer hasn't gone. You swipe the same badge that was across your neck.
I'll look at the sign and I'll say,
Hey, that's a nicely serifed font.
It is nice, isn't it? That's why I chose this hotel.
Hey,
for
John,
real.
I mean, hey, it's better. It almost makes up for you driving a Prius.
"Okay, I'm gonna turn around and go to the
I
fountain."
think it's Trahan Pro.
Better than a Hyatt.
This is way better than the Hyatt, John. At least you can afford better than a Hyatt. Thank goodness.
I put a lot of energy into rebuilding my life.
Well, thank you. Okay, well, let's go back to the fountain.
Okay, you just wanted to go back to
I
the
just
spot
wanted to
that-
comment on the nicely serifed font. I just knew it was so nicely serifed.
You turn around, run back down the hallway, getting tired now from all this.
And I'm gonna try to get a knee in the canoe.
You turn and you are faced by 20 to 25 people from the reception. Your wife is there, your mother is there, your father-in-law is there. You can see 3 police officers in front of you, and you can see the 2 concierge are consulting as well. All the heads and all the eyes turn and look at you as you, a naked bald man, stand at the entrance to this hotel from the West Wing.
I stick both of my arms out behind me.
And I'll say, you've activated my die move. I can outrun any enemy.
You start to
And I
run.
want to Sonic the Hedgehog around and do like just to get a path open and outrun them and then dive into
You
it.
start to Benny Hill around them. Why don't you roll for outrun any enemy?
Very nice.
You're able to even get up onto the horizontal plane around the entire lobby, and they're starting to chase you, but like a tornado, they're drifting as a mob. And you find an opening. You're able to jump. You're able to look down and hit that canoe. You land in the canoe, and you are able to briefly scoot along the water.
Hey, good luck, other guy. And like,
What does it say though? What does your number 3 say?
carve a tree trunk into a canoe and successfully ride it on the water.
Would you say that he needs to roll for successfully riding on the water, or do you?
Well, I was.
He needs to carve another tree trunk.
That's what I would think.
Oh shit, that's interesting.
It's up to you. That was my intention.
I'll take DM.
Take 1 point for it instead of 3.
Okay.
Just because
That's fine.
I would not have made that exception thought, but that you're 100% right.
Okay.
And you pass out. Rebid,
I'm out.
you're in. You need to spend at least 1. You're in. You are coasting along the water at a maniac speed, actually. Across a fountain, and you crash into the water, and then emerging, you see all of the faces I described earlier.
You're wet again.
God damn it! Am I
John,
riding
are you okay?
out the front door?
You might be able to get out of the door if you justified it with a skill, or just wanted to roll straight John.
Yeah, I will. Can I Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu out of the
That's
door?
a skill.
Okay.
You jump up 2 feet on the edge of the fountain.
Naked. Bald.
Six.
And man, why do you always get 6 with the Brazilian? You bicycle kick through 36 people, knocking all of them out,
Oh my god.
and landing at the emergency exit door. What do you want to do?
I want to immediately sprint to the nearest Whole Foods if I think I can get there in 10 minutes.
In consulting John, you think that you're going to need to use a vehicle in order to do that.
John, do you think I can just? I don't have a cell phone on me, do it?
You're nude. You're completely in the nude. There are 36 unconscious people in a row behind you.
Do I see any rent-a-bicycles?
There does happen to be a bicycle. It's just over here. It's in a bicycle rack. It's the only one at this late hour. But sure enough, there's a unlocked bicycle.
I jump on the bicycle and I bike as fast as I can.
You pull it out. You jump on the bicycle, and you're now freewheeling it. It takes you 7 minutes. You're just starting to have to hold on to yourself as you scoot to a close in the parking lot of a Whole Foods. The interior grocery light illuminating out.
Is it open at this time of night?
It's 10:30, 11 o'clock at this point. I'd say no.
So I'm gonna just drive straight into it and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu punch a hole into the glass. If possible.
You're gonna have to roll for it. You smash through the
Loaded
first door.
dice.
The sliding opening doors. The panel just falls out and crumples. You are inside of a Whole Foods.
I want to just immediately start looking for an ostrich egg.
Yeah, you would go to the egg area, and sure enough, there are those large ostrich eggs.
I will locate one.
You find one. You find one.
Okay, I pass out, I guess.
You pass out. Rebid. You have one more bean. You wake up. You see another ostrich egg.
Okay.
And that's the end.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That is exhausting. All right, tally them up.
2.
6 points.
6 points.
9.
Man.
Do we want to share?
Yeah, I want to hear what your skills and abilities were, and your.
So my obsession 1 was steal a gun. Never did that. 2 was sneak into someone's swimming pool. 3, carve a tree trunk into a canoe and successfully ride it on the water. And my skills were adorable clucking, can molt at will, and can outrun any enemy. So I did use one of them.
Used to.
Use
You
these
molted
both.
it well also for no reason.
That's why
but
you
did
shedded
it.
all your hair.
Ugh.
My obsessions were get a spray tan, which I did twice, rob an Applebee's or Chili's, build an award-winning moon
There
sculpture
definitely was
out
going
of
to be
cheese.
an Applebee's or a Chili's next to a hotel like that.
I know. That's why I was like, there's no way.
That was brutal.
There's no way. And I came very close for my first passing out to create a fucking award-winning moon sculpture out
you
of
were
cheese.
really close.
If it weren't
I'm
for
so
that,
sorry.
yep.
Close, yeah.
And then fucking Mikey ate my cheese.
Hey!
You could have tried to recover that cheese wheel. I will say.
Yeah.
It's
We got way too far away from the 92nd, 8th floor at that point.
Yeah, I wanted it to be a tall building for
Yeah.
reasons.
Skills were stealth, wood carving, and firearm. Singular firearm. Yeah.
I had my obsessions were locate an ostrich egg, build a chicken nest out of hair, and sit on and hatch your egg.
Did you get all 3?
I did.
That's crazy.
I didn't specify, like, your egg being the ostrich egg. So
Right, so
when he
just
was like, I
it's
found
my
an egg,
egg.
I was like, he went very literal. It's like, this egg is mine now. It's a chicken
if you
egg.
said ostrich egg.
Yeah.
then
That would have been really
That's why I
funny.
asked you. I'm like, does that work?
Yeah.
And my skills were bow hunting, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and shadow puppets.
Jiu-jitsu always comes in handy.
Yeah. Hypnotism and
Holy
jiu-jitsu.
shit.
Yeah.
I've got another in me, if y'all do.
Yeah, let's do one
Yeah.
more.
I'm going to go grab a drink real quick.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna make some tea.
I have these obsessions. If you want a GM,
I would gladly.
I have these obsessions and these abilities. Your choice.
Oh, for you?
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, can I choose?
Well, no, this is for Derek, which he'll pass.
If you want to give them
Oh, yeah.
2 other players
Sure.
in addition.
Well, since it's random anyway, because I'm failing to like think of
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Is there enough for all of us, or just 2 of you?
Just 2 of
There's
you.
just
Okay.
2 of
You make you come up with
Someone
one.
needs to come up with an ability.
I got
that's
you. I got you.
Okay.
Is there an extra obsession here?
I'm gonna use this bathroom.
What?
Oh, Derek wants to get a drink.
Mm-hmm. How's everybody doing tonight? Enjoying the absurdity. If anyone's still watching.
How we doing?
How you doing? Careful, don't boil me alive.
I'm not trying, Corey.
Stop boiling me alive, why don't you?
Black cherry berry, wild berry zinga. True blueberry. Raspberry zinga. I'll go with a wild berry zinga, how about that? I like me some zingas.
For you.
Thank you.
These are yours.
Handpicked with love.
Handpicked with love and appreciation. Oh, I'm gonna take some tea.
Smells good. You want a zinger?
A zinger? Oh, I'm
berry
gonna
zinger.
I'm gonna get some true blueberry. Actually, I should rinse this out. Actually, now that I think about it,
It's gonna taste like pumpkin.
it's gonna take
coffee.
like hot buttered rum. Although hot buttered rum and blueberry
Yeah.
could be good.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Ugh. Is there more water in there? Was that?
I should probably fill it back
Yeah.
up. Now that I think of it.
We should.
You wanna switch it out for me?
Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus! Careful.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yep.
You got fucking. You got sniped.
Got cooked.
Get cooked. What?
Here is my handle. Here is my spout.
Oh, world building! I love world building, Dusty. Tell us about the world that you're building and what were you working on tonight that we just so delightfully ruined. I love ruining people's progress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh geez. I'm spilling tea all over myself, John. John, what are we reading?
The music's good.
Yeah, it is. This is the, if you go to Spotify and search like the Cowboy Bebop playlist, there's an amazing jazz playlist inspired by the Cowboy Bebop soundtrack. I strongly recommend it to anyone who's a fan of jazz and likes weeb shit, as we all do here.
These have been approved.
Those have been approved. Yeah, wait, hold on, actually, let me make sure. I'm pretty sure they're all approved, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All good.
Yeah.
Standing here with my little teapot.
Yeah.
Holy shit. It's about those moments of transition. You making the hair nest the first time was just the most disgusting thing. It was wonderful.
This is so perfect.
And thinking creatively. Tanning booth.
Right.
Or, waxing station.
Because I got the knife and I was going to cut off all my hair, and then
What
I
is
did
this? What is this word? Learn how to. I thought my handwriting was bad.
I'm trying to write quickly.
Scooby.
Oh. Oh, gee.
You can read it now. Number 3.
Yes.
Like, can you put this back on the boiler so I can go pee?
Thanks, Arrow. We are very
Thanks,
cool.
Arrow. Very
just
cool.
the
Very cool.
coolest.
Gotta give it up for us being
Very
very
cool.
cool.
Gotta give it up for Boba Fett.
The coolest.
Gotta give it up for Boba Fett.
We're Cool Ranch. Oh shit.
Ooh, what do
I've
I
got
want?
10.
What do I want?
Did I get approved?
You got approved. You've been approved for a small loan.
These are the ones you did not approve.
Those are approved.
Well, where are the other
Maya.
two then? Oh, Maya took them.
Maya's having those, so she,
Ah.
So Rich is just coming up with some.
Alright, and then we will do a trade, and that'll be great.
Ooh, Dusty, I love it. Pirate-style campaign. Feel free to steal the entire, all of my Lockjaw Crooks if you prefer, if you want some Crocodile Pirates.
Landscapes for a pirate-style campaign?
That's amazing. Do you like a Wind Waker style? Is that kind of is that what we're thinking? Like just islands? Is it like a world of islands?
Well, there's also something to be considered that you could make the nature of the water its own landscape. Like there could be a mechanical difference between smooth sailing, choppy waters, and like full-on waves in a perfect storm sense. That's meaningfully
Great
important. But there's also just like the nature of the boat that you're on. How big is the boat? Does it have 4 layers, 2 layers, that kind of thing? How are you destroying your players' lives, Saltiest? Are you destroying your characters' lives, or are you destroying your players' lives?
Yes.
Because there's a distinction that's important there.
Yes.
Are you everyone is Johning them, and they're having a hard time, paying their various debtors, keeping jobs? I do believe that crocodiles live in swamps. This guy would know more. He plays a lizard folk.
They can live in swamps. They can live in like rivers. They're crocodiles in Egypt. There's some saltwater crocs. 100%.
Long Lost Twin Action
Is this too hard?
Classic-
Saltwater crocodile is a classic.
classic trope.
Alligators are more swampy.
What to do?
What do you do?
What?
Yeah, that's great.
Makes sense.
That's great. Where are your obsessions? Oh yeah.
The skills?
Oh, let me use the restroom. And
That's
we'll-
exciting stuff, Dusty.
That's awesome.
I'm kind of jealous.
Oh, they can upgrade their ship. Oh, can they choose like their figurehead and like their sail color? That's awesome.
100% they could.
Yeah.
And then you have to think about food. Long-term food for pirates included many tortoises and turtles, whatever the sea version of that is.
The turtles, yeah.
Turtles,
Yeah.
because sea turtles you could turn on their back and they would stay alive for the most part and be cooked by the sun. And then weeks later you'd still have relatively fresh meat for soup. That's a fun fact that you probably didn't want to know about. There's also tack, which was dried bread, basically like a giant crouton, and they would make soup, and then they'd soak that up and make it soft, and then chew into the soaked up crouton, and that was one of their regular meals. Was a big carb hit like that.
Got it.
Yep.
God, like turtles. That's brutal.
I say true.
Say true, yeah. Say true.
All right.
All right, what are we doing? Which direction now? The other way?
Yeah, whatever it was originally.
So it's So hold on. Who did I give for your skills last time?
I think you gave me
I had her skills and your business.
Oh, right. So I'm giving
skills
you
to the
left.
Skills to the left.
obsession, abilities.
No, this is Derek. Right?
I have an
Yes.
obsession.
That's me, and that's me.
Wait. Okay, I need an obsession.
Did you pass an obsession, Rich?
Yeah, it's right here. Oh, sorry.
You keep passing it to nobody.
Yeah, I'm trying to pass it around, like around them on
Does
color.
everyone have their beans?
Oh,
Does
no.
everyone have their beans? Get your spirit beans.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A tin.
I can't get the other two. Yeah. For whoever?
Oh, for that guy.
Oh, for Derek?
I haven't.
Oh.
It's just the
I'll
extra,
take them.
it's the extra
I'll
set.
take them.
Sorry if that's super loud, dragging these all around. Stop!
Should we do a drum roll? No, just please. So
Never again.
let us get a bid.
Let us bid.
Who's done bidding?
Yes. The light is off. It's done boiling.
Okay. I'm gonna grab this. 3, 2,
Hold on,
1.
hold on.
Oh.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Where am I?
Maya, you're up. Or should I say John, you're up.
Yeah, some more. We're gonna be doing the rest of the session like this. We're gonna do a lot of eating and slime. We're gonna eat a lot of fettuccine alfredo.
So, John, you come to. You see in front of you a large wooden, what seems to be a pirate ship. It is swinging back and forth and back and forth. You hear the sound of screams and cheers. The sound, there's a smell in the air of fried food and candy. And you look around, you kind of hear the laughter of children and giggling, kind of annoyed parents sighing, and the occasional kind of bro college student because oh, this is stupid. And you look around and you seem to be in some kind of amusement park, and then you see a guy ahead of you, really skinny, like, teenager, with a really sloppily put together pirate costume, and he says, "Welcome to Jolly Roger! Ahoy, matey!"
I'm still swinging back and forth.
You're right at this at line, so he's the guy you're waiting in line to attend this ride, and you're by yourself. You went to Jolly Roger for a work retreat, and all of your coworkers hate you, so they ditched you, and so you decided to ride the swingy pirate ship alone.
Well, hey, dear bud. I like your pirate outfit. Where'd you get it? Did someone make it for you?
All us mateys get outfits when we get a job here.
You don't have a costume designer out back?
No, I think we get them all shipped in from China.
Well, that's unfortunate. I just walk away. I get out of line.
Why? You hear some kids snickering, saying, "Why is that weirdo alone?" As you make your way in the amusement park.
What do I have on me? Patting myself down. What am I wearing?
You have about $73 in cash. You have a credit card. You are wearing flip-flops and swim trunks. You realize that there's a water park connected to this. Your awkwardly pale, hairy legs exposed to the sun as you realize you're also wearing a bro tank, and there's sunglasses dangling around with a little, what do you call those, like a sunglass holder thing around
Yeah, the straps.
Yeah, the strap business. And you have your sunglasses on you. You have a bottle of sunscreen. You also probably have, a few other things.
Hey, John. You're in there, John?
Yeah, I'm in here.
What kind of retreat is this, John? I don't recognize this place.
This is the work retreat to Jolly Rogers.
What kind of work you doing, John?
I mean, you know I'm in accounting. The head voice in my head. We've been over this.
Frankly.
Oh, that's good. John. Oh, my name is John.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I wish I was at home in my baggy suit. Frankly.
Well, John, since you're in accounting, is your boss around at this? I'm sure he's at the retreat.
Yeah, no. I mean, of course he's here. I mean, why wouldn't he be here? He's the one. It was his idea.
I'm gonna start looking for what I imagine to be John's boss.
You spend a few minutes. It's not hard to find Mr. Carlyle, a larger man, wearing, he's completely shirtless with swim trunks on. He's coming out of the water park with an inner tube around his waist. He's kind of stuffed into it. And he says, "Oh, having fun, John?"
Oh, hey, dear. I hope you're having fun.
Oh, I'm having a blast. I got all of my friends here. You having fun alone by yourself?
Well, no, I was hoping to hang out with you a little bit. But listen, I've been meaning to talk to you, and, I feel like this retreat's really a good time to really hash out some stuff I've been meaning to mention. Do you have a couple minutes? Maybe we can sit over here and grab a drink.
John, this is not a time for discussing work matters. I'm not wearing a shirt, John.
God, these abilities are fucking garbage. I have no idea what the fuck to do. No, but I insist. Come on, let me buy you a drink, John. Or
And
whatever your name
roll
is.
a John check.
John Chuck. Roll the 1. Fuck me.
one city.
And
John, go get yourself a snow cone.
He hands you a dollar bill,
As I'm passing
and
out.
your eyes roll back,
Jesus Christ.
and he waddles off. Bed.
Abilities are so trash.
That was premature.
Oh,
Now we have all the information we need.
Oh, I didn't see. I didn't have fun.
Oh, I
Sorry.
did too. Okay, fair.
John, you come to. There's a crumpled dollar bill as you hear Mr. Carlyle laughing with a few of the leadership team.
John just sits in his car and eats fast food all day.
And they're all making fun of you as they leave.
I want to look around for. I want to get in line for like a candy store or like any kind of candy booth.
Oh yeah, no. You find your way to Candied Island. The you find your way to Candied Island, which is the colorful candy booth. You see a gentleman also. He seems to be older, kind of scruffy, with a big bulbous nose and a janky pirate outfit. And he just, "Welcome to Candied Island."
Hey man, do you have any kind of pixie sticks perhaps for sale?
We got pixies. This is Candied Island.
May I have at least like 3? How much would that be?
3, that'll be like 75 cents. You know, that's all you
I
want?
give him $1.
I'll take it.
He gives you a few pixie sticks.
Are there any like big vats of like chocolate fondue for like dipping, like strawberries or?
It's not that intense of a candy. There's like bars of chocolate and like fudge for sale, but it's not fancy enough that they would have it just open fondue for all the kids to like.
No, I mean like if they were making. Okay, so there's no. I will. On second thought, how much money do I have? Do I have?
You have like $73. You're
$73,
70. Well, that was the dollar that Mr.
$72.
Carlisle gave you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can I perhaps buy? And I go and I collect like. I'll buy like 30 chocolate bars.
Okay, that'll mean $30.
All right, and I shove them everywhere.
Ahoy,
all,
matey!
all over the place and all in my clothes. And I want to start walking around looking for any kind of like basin or vat or like anything kind of metal that would be like yay big to put the chocolate in.
You find like right by there's a little mini golf called Captain Jolly's treasure map, and you hear the guy at King Island saying,
Ahoy! This is your pathway, your voyage to fun. Oh, I hate my life.
and you go by the golf, the mini golf, and you see that like there are these big vases where they probably had some kind of plants, and they just didn't take care of it. So like it's like a stone basin, like it's really gross. It's kind of filled with some rainwater. You see some spiders kind of crawling around in there.
Can I lift it?
It's very heavy. You would have to probably roll something.
I would like to empty it out.
Okay, roll a strength check.
Do I have anything?
Roll an athletics check.
A 3. Fails, right?
Fails.
Okay,
Fails.
I pass it.
So as you lean down to heave this massive stone basin up. You feel your back wrench out and your eyes roll back. Everyone ready to bed?
Candy shower.
3, 2, 1, go.
Rolls on.
I would.
Oh god.
I would like to lay in the basin
Okay.
and take out the 30 bars of chocolate and just cover myself in the bars of chocolate.
You do that.
If it says cover a person entirely in chocolate, would that count? As I am a person and I am covered in chocolate.
I don't think that would be entirely. You would need to be like fully covered in chocolate.
When I wrote that, I intended another person, so I would say you could get like a half point. Like it's his tier 2 goal. So you could get 1 point maybe if he was.
I don't know.
covered.
I think it would need. If he covered himself entirely in melted chocolate, I would.
So does it
think-
have to be melted? I guess is my point.
It would need to be your whole body is covered. If you're just kind of if there's bars on you, you're not covered entirely. in
Okay, yeah.
chocolate.
I was asking
Yeah.
if that would cover a person would count as cover a person. I would like to.
You're just kind of sitting in the basin. You feel a spider kind of crawl up in you. Your trunks are now just stained
I'm going
with
to
filthy
take a
water.
hit of the. I'm going to snort some of the pixie stick
Okay.
and pass out.
You snort some pixie stick. And it's so good. Your eyes just roll back from your head. Bid. 3, 2, 1, go.
Are we all on one?
Yep.
Shit.
3, 2, 1, go.
To me?
Yep.
All right.
John,
Where do we go?
you come to. You are sitting in a filthy, rainwater-filled basin covered in 30 bars of chocolate. There is like this purple dust all over your nose and mouth. The sun is kind of gleaming down on you. You are in the middle of Jolly Roger.
I take control of John and I sit up. And I sit up on the edge of the basin, and I'm going to try to clean my person as best I can. Using the rainwater, do I think that I can, like, look presentable?
The rainwater is like all filthy and like there's a few dirty leaves and like bugs in it. I mean you're in swim trunks. They're stained a little bit brown, but you're not that unpresentable.
I'm looking around. I'm going to see if there are any entertainment acts. Do I see anyone juggling or like stilts and clowns and the whole thing? Like, can you name some of the features of this amusement park around me in my nearby adjacency?
You notice the Gallimons, and they are an animatronic like pirate sea shanty band of varying creatures like sharks and parrots and monkeys and stuff. They're all dressed as like wacky pirates. And then there's also a face painter painting faces. People look like a pirate as well. And then finally, there is Captain Bingo, who's a horrifying clown abomination dressed as a pirate.
Nothing that I need right out of the gate. Why did I bid so much? All right. I'm gonna run up to the horrifying clown. Excuse me, do you know the exit to this amusement park? I need to find the parking lot right away.
Ahoy! The parking lot is right down there!
Does he have anything heavy on him?
He is like an anchor tie an iron.
Does it look like it could be used to bludgeon?
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh god. Dude, what are you doing?
I don't care for the way you act, sir. And I grab the anchor and I'm gonna knock him out. I will roll with bludgeoning with a blunt weapon. It's one of my skills. I fail.
Oh my god!
You just grab the anchor and you just, whoa, what are you doing?
I hated him so much.
And you just spin around, you grab the anchor, but you spin around, and he manages to dodge out of the way. Your eyes roll back. Let's get another bed. You doing go?
There goes.
Alright, set the scene.
There is a clown saying, "Ooh, that's not your anchor." Ooh,
You're staring at it.
that's Captain Bingo's. And then there's a clown, a horrifying clown, who's reaching for the anchor that you're holding.
If you have murder as an objective, now's the time. Anything to fuck with the clown, kill him.
I try to impress the clown by stepping back and using the anchor to perform rhythm gymnastics.
How will you use a ribbon? Like, how will you tie a ribbon into it?
I will, as if I were holding a ribbon gymnastics, but I am actually holding an anchor, and I'm just swinging it
I say
around.
that's fine. Roll the skill.
And I fail.
Unbelievable. That's impossible.
It's a third dice I've used too, and I pass out.
Captain Bingo Major Gymnastics. That's horrible.
You're up.
Oh.
I'm not gonna contribute
Yeah,
this
yeah.
time. So, yeah.
Fuck.
3, 2, 1, go. Hold on. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright.
Need a better setting.
Fuck this guy. Hey clown, fuck you! And I drop the anchor and I turn around and I start to sprint towards where I think the parking lot is. John, do you know where the parking lot is? Where's your car?
No. Well, my car is in the parking lot. It was a
You
little
almost
far.
clowned it.
It's a little far.
Not you too, John. No.
You hear him say, "Have a treasure-filled day," and then he says, "Well, no, I'm parked down in 12B in that area. You can see the big mast signs."
How long will it take us to get there?
Probably about 3 minutes, if I had to guess.
All right, I'm going to keep sprinting, and I'm going to sprint all the way to the car.
Okay, you find yourself at a very modest, rundown Toyota Corolla. And you open the door.
Green, John, green, really? I open the door.
It's
I'm
my
gonna crawl,
favorite color.
I'm gonna crawl into the seat, and I'm going to turn the car on.
The smell of used fast food wrappers hit you as you get a crunch of this old just fast food remnants.
You live a very sad life, John. I'm going to shift into reverse, and I'm going to pound on the gas and slam into the car behind me.
You hear the loud crunch as you do that.
We need to find another driving car. Where's driving car? I'm looking for a car that's also...
So you're in a large parking lot. There's a main drag heading north to south where all of these cars are just going back and forth.
Any car that... Oh, is there an intersection there?
Oh yeah, there's a little. There are 2 intersections. The parking lot is huge. So there's a street that goes out towards the beach, and another one that goes out towards the beach. And so there's an intersection on either way. You could choose. You could take your pick.
John, you son of a bitch, let's go. And I turn the car into the intersection, and I wait until I can get the timing, and I will drive it into the intersection to drive into other cars.
That doesn't need a roll.
I don't have to roll. I just
Yeah,
drive
no,
it.
you just drive it. You just drive, and you just smash into other cars. And
I cause a car accident. That's tier 2 completed.
You immediately slam into another car. You hear tons of honks as this car is slamming.
Yes, yeah!
Bid. Did you want to go? We need another bid.
Oh, I can't.
Did you want to go? Did you want to go?
Oh my god. Holy shit.
3, 2, 1, go.
You're gonna milk me dry. I swear, I don't even know how many I've bid at this point. We've done 3 ties and was it a twofer? I don't even remember.
I put 4 in at this point.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh! Johnny's wins the day.
Okay, John. You awake. Your face is covered in blood. There's glass all over you. Miraculously, it looks like this would have been a fatal accident for you, but there were so many fast food wrappers and cushioned in this vehicle in this way. And there's people screaming. There's smoke. There are cars ruined all around this intersection. It is a horror scene, and you're in the car.
I tear out of the car as quickly as I can, and I make my way.
You control John immediately, and you just tear and sprint away.
I'm trying to find a nearby car that doesn't look smashed to bits, that it looks drivable, even if there's people in it.
There is someone has stopped along the side of the road and is going to help other people. Left their car running.
I'm gonna jump in.
You jump in. It is running.
I hit it in reverse, and I try to make
Okay.
my way back towards Jolly Roger.
It's not very far. You
Yeah.
just go back to where you came,
Yeah.
slip into the same parking spot.
Or don't. Just drive into
Or-
the
oh, yeah.
park.
I drive into the car, into Jolly Roger and try
Okay.
to find my boss
There,
without trying to hit people. I'm just
so
trying to hug.
I'll say, just do a quick roll to see how well you to kind of navigate through. There's these large pillars that you need to kind of narrowly. It's like these 2 large masts.
I got
6. You narrowly avoid. Your mirror kind of flies off as you dart through the large mast at the entrance here, and you're driving. People are screaming and jumping out of the way. You're honking, and you hear Bingo's like, "No cars allowed!" As you zoom past.
That guy is so good at staying in character as a clown.
You drive around. That's what he went to school for. Besides gymnastics. You are driving through. You eventually hear that familiar laugh of Mr. Carlisle. He's enjoying some ice cream with some of the leadership team.
I pull up next to him and I shout out the window, "Hey, dear Carlisle, you have a second? I've been meaning to talk to you. Come on, hop in the car."
John, what the hell are you doing? You know I should have a car here. Is that blood on your tires?
No, it's just ketchup. I ran over a concession stand back there. Why don't you hop in? We gotta have a conversation.
Can you make a persuasion check?
4.
Unbelievable!
Well, I guess that makes sense. I'll see you fellas later. Creepy John hopefully doesn't murder me with an axe.
And he goes over to your car and hops into the passenger seat. He says,
Is this your car, John? Didn't know you had this much money.
I don't. This isn't my car, actually. I just found it. It's what I've been meaning to talk to you about. Listen, so, we're both in the accounting business, and I've been finding that because of my Wolverine blades, I'm not really able to get approved for a loan. So I figure because you're my boss that you could just help me out. If you don't, I'll make you age really fast. So I figure peace to your good side. I would really like to get another car.
Are you threatening me with witchcraft, John?
And I try to make him age a little bit. That is one of my
make a
abilities.
roll of intimidation with aging.
4?
No, that's a 3. That still succeeds.
That still
That still
succeeds.
succeeds.
Yeah, it's just yeah.
He grows like
Yeah.
5 years in age, I would say.
Oh, would you look at
Ah, John, okay. You have witchcraft.
I'm not messing around, Carlisle. If you wouldn't mind approving me for a small business loan so I can buy a better car instead of stealing some from a car accident just outside Jolly Roger, that'd be great.
Hold on, let me make a call real quick.
And he punches it in. He called him.
Do you do business loans for witches? Whatever, just put it on my. It's fine.
And he hangs up.
John.
And I pass out of the driver's seat.
Okay, bid.
I'm guessing that's
Yep. You succeed. You get approved for a small business loan for witches.
Oh, man.
I'm completely drained.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
John.
What's his name?
You wake up next to
Carlisle.
Mr. Carlisle, who's looking at you horrified, like with horrified eyes, as he tries to like slowly. His hand is reaching for the handle. Okay, John.
Don't touch that handle.
Oh, John, I got you alone. Don't use any more witchcraft on me. I felt myself get a mini heart attack there.
You're a very attractive man, Mr. Carlisle. And I want you to know that ghosts are real.
How are they real, John?
Just listen to my voice and listen to what's happening right now.
I'm going to start to accelerate further and further, and I'm driving as fast as I can now around the actual like tracks. I'm just not even looking. I'm just staring at him as I continue to push the gas down.
Do you believe ghosts? Do you believe in ghosts, Mr. Carlisle?
I mean, I believe in witchcraft now, John. So it's very difficult. It's on the road. Can you please roll to see how well you're driving this?
I'd fail.
No.
As you're driving on the tracks. You pass out the driver's seat.
So as you're looking at John, you hear a nope. And your eyes roll back. You're a loud crunch.
That's a failure, but I did cause another car accident. If you let me kill a clown. All right. Yes. Fuck yes.
God damn it. Now he's
You walked right into that one, GM.
Bid.
Oh my god.
Go.
Okay. John, you awake. Your face is covered, just streaming with blood. You're buckled in. The windshield's completely smashed. The front of the car is smashed. It looks like you have pinned Captain Bingo the clown, splattered him against Skull Rock. The haunted house of this amusement park next to you snaps like crunched into a horrific position. Is your boss?
I immediately
Mr.
back up
Carlisle.
and start driving out of the amusement park.
Miraculously, the car is functioning still, and it goes.
Do I know of a nearby candy factory?
Oh my god.
You actually know that the candy kitchen is a good like 3-4. It's like probably like a couple blocks, like 10 blocks.
Okay, I will attempt to drive to the candy kitchen.
I would say that it's a very rickety ride, and so could you just like
A John roll.
as you have.
Well, if it's a 3 or 4 blocks away, do I feel like it would make more sense to walk there than drive?
So your car is pretty busted. Like you're able to like jog out, and it's just like.
Could I sprint there in less than 10 minutes?
I would say you could get to the candy
Okay,
kitchen.
I'm
in less than 10
gonna
minutes.
sprint to the candy kitchen.
You just get out, and people are just running like, "No, Captain Bingo!" And as you sprint out of Charlie Rogers, you head south. You're running. You hear the ambulances. You see cops.
Is there a
running.
gas station on the way?
You pass an Exxon, a Shell.
Okay,
They're
I want
right
to
next
run
to
in
each other.
real quick, and I want to purchase maybe, let's say like 5 boxes of lighter fluid
Okay.
and a few matches.
That's very easy to do.
Okay,
You do
so
that.
Covered in blood.
covered in blood.
I run to the candy
It's
kitchen.
like, okay, you can have whatever you want, just don't kill me, mister. And you buy it, and you...
I would then like to...
You make your way to the candy kitchen.
What happens if you are able to trigger 2 simultaneously? What happens?
We've allowed that. If you're able to be creative about
if
it.
you can align the planets, you can do it.
Yeah. For sure. We've done it.
Okay, so what I would like to
This is a
do...
nightmare. I know exactly what's happening.
I would like to, so I want to get to the candy kitchen, And
You see the bright pink sign of Candy Kitchen. There's like it's like some Willy Wonka bullshit. Like it's
Okay.
very well decorated. There's a bunch of fucking Beanie Babies all over the place, and like stuffed animals as well as like colorful candies all over the fucking walls.
I will walk in and I will. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, do you need us to call 911? They see you completely. There's glass embedded in your person. You're just completely covered in blood.
That's like here.
Is there how many people are
Yeah,
inside?
I'm just seeing like.
Yeah, there's a tuft of like clown wig, like just stuck to your body.
Bongo nose.
There are probably like 3 families in there. There's like maybe like 2 couples, and then there's like 4 staff members. They got the big display of saltwater taffy, whole drawers of fudge, a cotton candy. There's a make your own sundae station. There's a big fondue thing in the back where you're making for dipping chocolate strawberries and bananas and the like.
Is there any kind? Is there like any vat of like melted chocolate?
I would say that they have a vat of melted chocolate, like, yay big, where they would then take the strawberry and dip it in and put it on the wax paper, and then, that's a very classic staple.
I'm gonna say, everyone, get out of the store now. Everybody, I'm a witch and I'll kill you all. And I'm gonna start spider climbing on the wall. And I'm gonna like look down and like my head's gonna puke all over everybody. Because I can spider climb like the Exorcist lady. I'm not sure how far those.
You
I'll
should have
allow
eaten
it.
more chocolate.
I will allow that.
Okay.
Please roll a skill check.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's putting 1 on it.
Wow,
He's putting
dang.
1 on it. He wants it. No one.
6. So, you do that in a horrifying manner. You just spider climb up the side. Your head is spinning around, just puking. You cough up Mr. Bingo's nose, ball nose, and everyone is just shrieking as they're just covered in your puke, and they all leave immediately, and the whole candy store is covered in your puke, but empty.
As quickly as I can, I want to collect, like, basically spread stuffed animals along every wall and douse them all in lighter fluid. Like, wall
What
to
is
wall. So
You
they're
do
all
that.
in
There's
light.
like dolphins and teddy bears and like just Beanie Babies as far as the eye can see.
A couple SpongeBob.
So, yeah, SpongeBob. You got some minions, a lot of minions.
So then what I
Good.
do is I go and I grab the vat of chocolate, and I light a match at the same time, and I'm going to take one hand and just like basically very lightly hold the match over the stuffed animals and just pour the chocolate on me and drop the match.
And what is that going to do?
So my goal is to cover myself entirely in chocolate while burning down the candy factory.
That's my aesthetic.
I would say you need to roll something in order to see if you could time that appropriately.
Okay.
How would you like to do that?
I would like to...
Because you would have an understanding how the spirit beans work. This is actual technical game term as the spirit beans.
Yeah, Spirit Beans is very technical.
I would, So would I know that, like, I guess, would I drop the match if I know that I would pass out?
I would say you would do something so you can do both and not pass out, and and you know that there's competing spirits inside of you.
I am going to, what would I think that I would need to do to...
Well, so basically fully douse yourself, and then...
I would say
So
that
here's what I would do. I'm going to set up a line of matches so that one end would light the next.
Okay.
smart.
And I would light that, and then I would then take the pot as
Okay.
it's going, and I would pour myself completely covered as
I
the
would
matches
like
are going
please
to.
make a roll for that.
crushes it.
So, you just take your hands are just scalding to the touch as you grab this, and your skin burns as you are pouring this molten chocolate all over yourself.
God.
As your eyes are rolling back, the flames like fucking Mission Impossible opening shit, and then and just the smell of burning fur and stuffing as the entire candy kitchen goes up in flames.
And you pass out.
And you pass out. John, your skin is burning in agony as you are covered head to toe in melted chocolate. The smoke from the burning candy kitchen all around you is assaulting your nostrils and your lungs. This is a horror scene. There are you see like the melting minion eyeballs, like
The one eye.
the one eyeball going, and it's like these like a cute little dolphin family just erupting in flame. It is a nightmare scene that you've awoken into.
John, you've done very well. Thank you.
I am going to attempt to stroll out the front and see if there's anybody watching this.
You walk outside. The door opens and then just falls off of its frame. You step outside and then just the whole thing collapses behind you. There are people like looking. As soon as they see you covered in melted chocolate, leaving a burning building, they turn and just fucking run.
Wait! Look what I can do! And I take my glasses and my wallet and my keys and I juggle them.
Okay, make a roll for that.
I pass out.
You grab all of those and you throw them up in the air. You just knock it to the ground. The chocolate actually is kind of hardening and restraining.
I'm turning into a chocolate shell. No, I don't care for it.
You wake up and you're hitting the ground. You're now like a chocolate rabbit on Easter. It's hardening now. And you see all your shit spewed over the ground. People have just fled.
I'm running after one of them. I'm picking anyone in the crowd.
Okay.
A woman.
A woman. There's a woman who is running. She has short legs, and she spilled honey all over. She was leaving the candy kitchen. He's like, "Oh no! I spilled honey all over my leg."
Join me, beautiful honey lady.
Oh no!
I will grab her and tackle her to the ground.
Look at how pretty you are. Look how gorgeous you are.
I'm going to attempt to lick her eyeball.
Make a roll for that whole business, however you would like to do that.
I failed. God damn it!
Pass out on top of her.
You sprint, you tackle her, and as you're grabbing to go, it's a horrific chocolate-covered monster man covered in glass and clown parts. Clown parts and minion dolls. His tongue, and she's shrieking.
I don't have anything on me that could be a blunt weapon. I think
I would say your blunt weapon could be like your sunglass case or something.
Oh, I have a sunglass case? Fantastic.
Okay. Oh, so you come to. You are on a woman shrieking. You're on top of her.
Do you believe now? Do you believe now that ghosts are real?
And I will bludgeon her until she believes with the gun sunglasses. Until she admits it.
Dear.
All I need is a 1 or a 2 and I get 3 points. All I need is a 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Do you believe?
So she's like, her eyes are kind of losing focus. Her eyes are losing focus as you keep hitting her with the sunglass case. It's like, yeah, ghosts are real.
So did I prove that ghosts are real?
You prove to someone that ghosts are real, and you pass out on top of her.
That's a nightmare. These obsessions were a nightmare. I'm a horrible person.
Is that it?
That's it.
That's it.
And that's where
God,
that got dark.
Game. That one. I'm sorry that it got so crazy. It's just 2, 4, 7 points for me.
I got 3.
I got 6.
Yes.
I did one of each.
How is it obsessions? Paint a miniature, sew a full pirate outfit, get approved for a small business loan. How are any of these related? What's the person?
I didn't write those.
No, I wrote those.
What's the person? What's the thing?
I don't make them related.
I thought you're supposed to.
No, that's his preference. I never make them related.
No, you
Well, I
don't.
thought
You don't
that
have
was
to
a
do that.
rule to make
No.
them related.
That was just a recommendation. Like if it was easier for you to like make them related, you could. Like you could.
Well, here's where that came from. When we weren't trading them, it made some sense to think of like a personality that you can own
Yeah.
to role play the character because
Okay.
that's easier for fun. But then we started swapping them all around, and we never explained that to Rich.
No, I don't think we did because I'm like, how do I go from sewing a pirate outfit, maybe painting a miniature sword?
But mine
to,
were like
getting
lick
into
an
the-
eyeball, cause a car accident, and prove that ghosts are real. I failed to lick an eyeball, that's all. Which
Yeah.
should have been the easiest one. I should have been just popping those like candy, but
I had Wolverine blades and could make people age really fast. Also, ribbon gymnastics.
I feel like you could have used the Wolverine blades more.
Yeah, I think you could have used the
I
Wolverine.
could have,
blades.
but not to paint a miniature or sew a full pirate outfit when they were all bought in China.
No, but
So-
you could use them to make someone else paint miniatures. There's that face painting dude that was.
I was trying to get to him,
Yeah,
and
brutal.
we got distracted
Well, I
with Candy
ran
Mountain.
over
And what's
Yeah.
miniature? A lot of things could be considered.
And you
miniature.
realize they had a lot of things if you just sewed it.
It's such a wonderful game. I just love this game.
Paint a miniature.
Well, Dusty, if you're still listening, thank you for the inspiration for that setting.
Yeah, that was perfect.
That improv prompt
An
setting.
amusement park is a great
is
setting.
insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
Insanity.
Well, thanks for stopping
So,
by.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we're done, yeah?
I would say I'm like
I'm
genuinely
spent.
spent.
I am spent.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And then, speaking of which, you will be witness next
You will be
Monday.
witness next Monday.
On
It is the
Monday.
last stream of October, right?
No.
No,
now
it's
we
not.
have September. We have
No, next Monday.
29th.
Oh, yeah.
No.
27th and then
Yes.
the
30th. The 30th. So it'll be the
Yes.
our
29th
last
or 30th.
episode of
The
of
29th.
yeah.
Monday the 29th.
Yeah, Monday the
And it's Wednesday
29th.
the 31st,
We are approaching
which is
our-
a
Oh yeah,
Prime
shit. We're doing a
Halloween.
Halloween episode of Prime.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
oh, it's on Halloween.
It's on
Yeah.
Halloween.
Y'all gotta dress up.
Shit.
Good luck.
I don't have any
Jeez,
costumes.
the
I
fans.
don't have any costumes. Anyway,
I got something. I got something.
I'll do something. I'll wear something. Yeah.
Hop in Discord and tell Nikki you want her to feel better. So
Yes.
you can do
Yeah,
witness in
send
a
Nikki
week.
all of your various.
Yeah.
John had a great time.
Thanks, Dustin.
We're playing
Thanks.
Beneath Dark Wings this Saturday. Come by.
Right,
This
yeah.
Sunday is our 1 year anniversary of streaming. It'll be our
Yeah.
1 year.
1
since we
year. So
started
we may
this
be
whole
doing
thing.
something, maybe not.
And we've learned so much.
We've learned so much. It's been a whole year. Holy shit,
Yeah,
guys.
it's been a whole
Everyone
year.
is a Vantress.
Everyone is a Vantress. Oh yeah, so Wednesday, tune in Wednesday. We got Prime. Really looking forward to getting back to Agwe and some spooky voodoo business.
And then in November, we may actually return to the call.
Yes,
Of the Feywild.
yes, we will. We will.
Get back
And
to
I'll
yeah,
get to be a cat again.
and I'll get to be a goblin again. I've missed Gricko, man.
It felt good to be crummy again for a little bit today.
Okay, well, yeah, tune in Wednesday, tune in whatever. We see you guys. We love you guys. We'll see you next time.
Join us in Discord.
Do that.
Bye.
See ya.
I love it.
Bye.